following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another episode of BillsAholic Pod, man. And we're coming off of obviously an interesting game against the Eagles, but we took a little bye week. The Bills took a bye week. We took a little bye week here at BillsAholic Pod. And John took a really sick bye week. John spent time in Mexico, man. John, what's good with your Mexico trip? How was it?
Oh man, what a time! Shout out to McKenna, Mrs. Lisa, and Mr.
Mrs.
Nate.
Lisa and Mr.
Yep.
Nate. Shout out.
Orchestrating that.
Shout out. Give him a little shout out.
Nah, it was the time of my life, dude.
You look like you had a good time.
Little tan, man.
Little tan
burnt
going on.
up here, still peeling.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. And if we had an outside cam, you could tell that burn and that tan is not from Buffalo, New York.
No.
Not from
100%
Buffalo, New York.
Cancun, Mexico.
100%.
Yeah.
Made in Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah, that was a hell of a time, though.
It was a hell of a time.
Yes, sir.
John, you watched the game in Mexico,
I did.
the Eagles game, and you had.
How was that aspect?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was that like?
So, I don't know how. You'll never guess the jersey the guy next to me was wearing. It was a Philly jersey, number 13.
It's not Fulgham.
No, older. Yeah, well, Epps. Remember him?
I thought. Wait, the only apps I can think of is like Marcus apps.
Some shit like that. I meant the guy was older. But I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I thought, he's going to be in my ear. No. Nicest dude on the fucking planet. He literally, before the game started, he was like, yeah, you guys are going to beat us like 34-31 or something. I'm like, yeah, I'd love that.
Almost close.
He was close.
He's like, yeah, dude, I'm with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we are.
But the atmosphere was crazy. Me and McKenna showed you the picture. We had 4 big-ass screens all connected. So it was a hell of a time, a hell of a game. Couldn't ask for a better game. I wish they would have won, but the atmosphere is crazy because, like, it almost felt like half of the bar was with us, Bills fans. The other half were Philly fans.
Right.
So the reactions were kind of crazy, but what a roller coaster of a game.
So you said something about a picture from Mexico.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
For the BillsAholic Pod fans, we got something for you. We got a little video from John in Mexico. That's a guy getting down to the OG shout song.
That is the OG shout song.
How many deep are you in there?
A lot. 7 or 8. Yeah, we're deep. We're deep there. That was the plaza, so they did like music every night there, and we're just kind of sitting there bumping whatever. There's like some Mexican music playing before, and I was like, "What the? That's the shout song."
Wait a second.
So my initial reaction is to get up and start doing that. So
I think that's pretty damn good.
Bills Mafia is all around.
That's pretty damn.
There
good.
was. Oh man, I got a quick story at the Charlotte airport.
Go for it.
We're standing there waiting for our shuttle. I'm wearing this exact hoodie. We all are. There's 15 of us. And a random guy goes, I'm the wing guy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, no, I'm the wing guy from the Bills games. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? We're in Charlotte. He goes, no. I'm the wing guy. So he goes through his phone. And sure enough, he has picture after picture. He sits up one in the corner of the end zones. And him and all of his buddy wear the wing on his head. I met one of those guys. So he works for Delta in Charlotte. So he has season tickets. Every home game, Bills home game, he flies out and goes to the game.
Wow.
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
Always on the Jumbotron.
Yep.
That's actually pretty interesting.
I was like, what are you talking about? And he showed me the pictures. I'm like, you're them? He goes, yeah, I'm him.
Wow. Bills Mafia runs deep, man.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia runs deep. That's actually really cool, like, because you never really think about it when you're in this, like, in the stadium, that maybe not everybody that's there is like from Western New York.
Yeah.
Like that's just so badass to hear though.
That's
really sick. Because I mean, yeah, like you said, you see them all the time on the Jumbotron. You see them like in pictures after the games and stuff like that. So that's pretty sick, dude.
There was a big backing in Mexico.
They're everywhere.
So.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. I mean that game, gosh, I mean eerily feels like 13 seconds to me, bro. Like, it's just walking out. I mean, I didn't even walk out of my dad's house. I just about stormed out of the house. had Travis over, had a couple of our other buddies over. We had plans to watch Sunday night football game. I quite literally, Jalen Hurts scores a touchdown. I get up. I said some things that I'm probably not too proud of. Grabbed my shoes and walked out of the house. And then got halfway home and was like, oh, my God, I left all my friends over at my dad's house. And I was like, wow, that was not good. But, I mean, there was just so much frustration. I think we can all agree, being almost 2 weeks removed from the game now.
We're sick of being on the losing end of
the losing side of the best games
of the greatest games ever. Yeah,
it's
I think we're all there.
It's so annoying, dude, because it's like every time the Bills, it's like, oh, well, that's game of the year, and oh, yep, the Bills lost. Yep. I mean, it's every time, and I would like to be on that winning side of it, but I mean, dude, as soon as is it bad as a Bills fan? As soon as I figure out it's going to overtime, I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, we're gonna find a way to fuck this up.
He told us.
Yeah. I was like, as soon as it went to overtime.
Was it Swift that got the screen pass and he went all? Or was it a run?
I don't remember, but
Swift had a huge play. He got down like 15-yard line. Chris was like, "Yeah, game's over. All of you guys in the room know it." Well, 2 plays later, Jalen Hurts runs it in.
It's like I can try to find a place to be positive. Like I could, I guess.
I get it. I understand.
But when we're in the room and
the Bills passed,
and I see what the Bills go down the field, and obviously we don't know who really missed on that Gabe Davis route, whether it was Gabe or Josh. I don't know, but as soon as that happens, we kick the field goal. In my head, I'm like, all right, I know damn well this trash ass defense isn't getting the Eagles off the field to win this game. There's just no way. So I was at peace, not at peace. I'm not at peace with the Bills losing. But I had it in my mind. I had it in my mind that the Bills are losing the game as soon as we need the ball to go to overtime.
Couldn't believe that.
Let's talk about that.
McDermott. What's there more to talk about?
You got one timeout. You got 20 seconds left on the clock. You got one of the strongest arms in the NFL. And you're not aggressive. We're going to knee it and go to overtime, knowing that my quarterback is 0 for 5 in overtime games in his career. And we're just going to knee it and go to overtime. And we're going to get the ball first.
Okay. So not to mention that you could say, okay, well, Sean McDermott, like.
Did you see Fletcher Cox's reaction?
What?
Yeah. They were like, we want ball. Fletcher Cox is not going to matter anyway.
Yeah,
it's called confidence.
That is called confidence. I feel like when you almost won the Super Bowl last year and you just about plow through everybody else, you get the right to talk like that. Although they got their shit handed to them.
They're a little fraudulent.
I think the Bills kind of exposed them a little bit, man. Who knows? Maybe the Bills.
I don't think they're as strong as a team as last year, but I mean, they find ways to win games.
They do. But I will say, you got to take a look at Sean McDermott in this situation because I called for his head right after the game. I was pounding the table saying, you know what, I'm done with this. Like, and I've done that in the past in these podcasts. I've sat here and I've said I'm done with this shit because I am. But I will say that game falls right on Sean McDermott's shoulders because you just said you have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and you have a timeout with 20 seconds left and you don't even give him a shot to get in field goal range. Now, I would say, you know what? You could say, man, statistics would say like that's the smarter decision to make. But
you're going against the 10-1 Eagles.
Hold on. You can't say shit when you already have done that. You did that last year on Thanksgiving against the Lions, where you gave him a shot, and your quarterback in one play put you in field goal range. In one play, he threw a 35-yard dart down the middle of the field to Stephon Diggs. And you could say, oh, well, you know what? If you already did it. Like, you already did it once. And that Lions defense isn't exactly terrible. They weren't terrible last year. I understand the circumstances are different, but you got to give them a shot. You don't give them a shot. And then not to mention, like, the Eagles kick the field goal team right before that when they kicked the game-time field goal, they're running onto the field. You have them to where they're going to rush onto the field, and they're going to try to make this field goal. And it's going to be I think it's going to be more stressful if you try to kick that field goal without icing them.
Let's ice the kicker.
And you ice the kicker.
Let's ice Jake Elliott.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out. That shit rarely works. Like, I think that's just about the stupidest thing you can do. Because then if you have 20 seconds with 2 timeouts, and it's a hell of a lot more realistic because you can work the middle of the field like crazy.
You know what gets me the most about Sean McDermott?
is that he's a terrible time management. He has the worst time management in the NFL. Out of all 32 coaches, he has the worst time management out of the NFL. He sucks with time management.
But when I look at the game and I watch the game week by week, he doesn't have that drive to win. He doesn't have the aggressiveness to win. He's just content with his style of play, and he's going to stick to that, even if it has to go to overtime against the 10-1 Eagles. It just bugs me because you want to be an aggressive team, you want to be a Super Bowl, a contender, but you don't have that drive to win, and you're not showing the fans that you have that drive and aggressiveness to win a game by any cost.
He coaches not to lose.
Yeah,
I know we've heard that on 550.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, he's doing a good job of that.
He's doing a great job.
He quite literally is.
I just want to point out one thing. I think Zach Taylor might own the worst clock management coach of all time. I don't know if you guys have watched any Bengals games. I think he's terrible. Not going to put anything past McDermott here, but my God. Just on the topic. It was bugging me.
So, Zach Taylor, you got 32 out of...
Yeah, I think I got it.
And then Josh, and then Stephon.
Yeah.
And then, whoa. Just remember, we're coming off a bye week. We haven't done one of these in 2 weeks. So, I'm getting back into this. You got Sean McDermott being 31st.
There we go. Yes,
Sean McDermott being 31st.
Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, not Josh.
I don't remember which game, but I was like, dude, he's calling timeouts with like 2:30 left. I'm like, what is going on? He's just terrible.
Well, so I just find it so, it's so frustrating because we kind of talked with Tank a little bit about the playoff race before this, and a lot of the AFC wildcard teams are down to their backup quarterbacks, and it just sucks because you got the Bills sitting here, 6-6 with their franchise quarterback. If they get into the playoffs, I'm not going to say it's the easiest ride that they've ever had,
AFC.
but I'm going to be honest with you. I think you got a good chance if you make the playoffs to make some noise with what the AFC looks like. It's just so frustrating. Bro. Yeah. It's so frustrating to just sit back and
it sucks that the one down year the Bills are going to have in the past 5 years is just so happens to be the weakest point of the AFC.
Right. Like you give me the 2021 13-second Bills in this year and we're probably winning the Super Bowl. Like that's the thing. Like I think they run through the AFC, but here we are. Yeah. Here we are. We're 6-6 and we're competing.
Who do you think the strongest team in the AFC is?
Strong? See, that's the most interesting thing is because the AFC it's so different from so all you heard about was all these AFC quarterbacks, right? Like the AFC were going to be loaded with quarterbacks, and you thought it was just going to be this powerhouse of a conference. And I will say, it is a very interesting conference, the AFC. Like you have those teams it's so tight right now.
Yeah.
The strongest team in the AFC, though, the most well-rounded team in the AFC right now I'd say maybe the Ravens.
Yeah.
I would say I don't think you can look. I really don't think you can look past
they're on fire.
Baltimore on both sides of the ball. They're playing well. And then really, I don't even think the Chiefs are a top 2 team in the AFC right now. That offense looks shaky. That defense has obviously been the shining point of the whole entire season. I mean, the offense has looked rough all year, but I'd maybe even say that when things are right, I'm gonna say the Dolphins. I'm gonna say the Dolphins number 2.
I was gonna say I hate to say it.
Hate to say
the Dolphins are competing
good
now.
I'll take the Dolphins against the team under 500 any day. That team just smacks.
Yeah. Now. Who do they got this week?
I was just trying to look.
They got the Titans.
They got the Titans, so they're gonna win because that team's below 500.
Smash the Dolphins.
Right.
They don't have. So the most interesting thing was I was looking at their schedule and it's they play
for the top defense.
Yeah, they play some good teams coming up, and I mean as expected. I mean the Bills and Dolphins both having similar opponents the whole entire season, but it's good. They've got a chance to prove us some things before the playoffs start. They've got a good chance to show us are they legit against these above 500 teams because they got a couple of them coming up. So
you guys think Tyreek gets 2K?
Yeah.
519 yards away.
Yeah, he's.
I think so.
They got the Titans this week.
They got the
Titans. He might get a little less than half of that this week.
Real question is, should he be considered in the MVP race?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think. I just saw J.J. Watt tweet about it.
I think Dak's the leading guy right now.
Dak now is the betting odd favorite. I just don't.
Just past Jalen.
I really don't think we'll see another non-quarterback MVP.
It's the last. I think the last one's Adrian Peterson. If I'm being honest with you.
Yes.
I think that wasn't that the last non-quarterback.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
right.
think that'll probably be for a while. And it's I do kind of feel a little bad because like I'll be honest with you, Tyreek Hill if he puts up a 2,000-yard season, that's impressive. Especially if he does it before playing 17 games, that's pretty badass. One thing, you know what? I'm completely backtracking here, and not that you I'm gonna ask you a question real quick because you said it, but I just want to talk about it real quick. Yeah, Josh Allen is 0-6 in overtime, but should overtime losses be a quarterback stat? Like, is that fair to Josh? How many overtimes have we played where it's been on his shoulders?
All of them.
No. Kansas City was not on his fault.
Nah,
He didn't even get a chance to play.
that's true. It's mostly it gets pinned
the
on
only,
defense.
I think the only 2 overtime losses I can think of that are his fault, unless I'm going crazy here, is the Minnesota Vikings one. We had the ball and we were going down the field. He threw a pick to Pat Pete, and then
You
the
can
only
also
other
blame
one.
Cam Lewis for that.
The
In the
only-
fourth quarter. So
Yeah. You can
it
also
shouldn't even go to overtime if it wasn't for Cam Lewis.
if you want to talk about it, you could also blame me for running my mouth before the game was over. Yeah, I almost got my ass kicked. And then what was the other one I was going to say? There was one other
13
one.
seconds.
Maybe no, 13 seconds. That's
Never
not his
had the
fault.
ball.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
He
talking
never got
about
the
the
ball.
ones that are not his fault.
And then I'd say maybe the only other one that could be his fault was the Jets one Monday Night Football, but that looked like play calling if you had to ask me. Like I just
They
don't
were
think
playing
I think
Zach
that's such an unfair stat to put against Josh Allen. Like I hate when like the Bills lose in overtime and it's like, oh, Josh Allen's 0-6 in overtime. Oh, Josh Allen's 0-7 in overtime. Like that should not be a narrative for the quarterbacks. Like
I just don't like that you're taking to overtime knowing that your team does so bad in overtime.
Yeah, I know.
It
Does the
shouldn't be
team
pinned on
maybe
Josh Allen.
maybe Sean McDermott is 0-6 in overtime? I don't know. How many did we ever go to overtime with Tyrod Taylor?
I think it's McDermott and Allen combined are 0-6.
Is that fair? But because you can't just you cannot put it all on Josh Allen.
No.
Because Josh tries all he.
I say
No, but it's
Josh Allen we got in Philadelphia. We get that the next couple of weeks. We're making the playoffs.
Oh, most
like
definitely.
if we get that the next couple of weeks, we're
That's
in.
just that's
And we get
because
that in
he's
the
the
playoffs,
face
we're
of the
making some
team.
noise.
yeah,
that's what
it's
it
it's
comes
just
down to.
easier to pin it on
so much.
quote unquote pin it on the quarterback.
know. It
It's a
just pisses
team.
me off.
It's a team thing.
It just pisses me off because that just adds to the narrative
I
of
get
Josh Allen not being.
My only thing is, dude, we finally win a turnover battle and Josh still throws a pick, and I had a lady behind me. Don't worry, he's gonna be good for one all game. And sure enough, when he threw it, she got up and let me know that he was good for that one.
Yeah, he just about
like,
pissed me off with that read.
Dude,
but-
you can't expect this defense to get 2 turnovers and not bend and not break. You know what I mean? They did what they could.
Well, they did a
They are
phenomenal job in the
absolutely
first half.
decimated.
Like I'm looking at them like, wow, they looked great in the first half. I'm like, if we could just get a little bit of that in the second half, and then I don't know what happened. They came back out and they were like,
Bills, you let off the gas.
Yeah.
I think we can admit like that's a great offense they played. Like it really is, and the defense, like you just said, is decimated. I don't know what happened at halftime that they were just like, you know what, guys, we're not showing.
Can only
back up.
stop one thing, you know. You commit to stop the run, eventually they're gonna find the passing
Or you can
lanes.
circle back and say Sean McDermott's playing safe again.
That too.
Sean McDermott just sucks. I think that's probably the
The narrative.
the narrative of what
I've
I'm
been
trying
banging
to
the
get across
table for like 7 years.
Here. So I'll be real here. And we all know nothing's. I don't.
never a McDermott guy.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Don't get
with
me
that.
wrong though. I'm grateful for what he's done for this organization, but
Yeah.
AFC Championship's the farthest he can take us.
Yeah, but as fans and as people that care about the team, it's like
I get it.
you gotta
You gotta
do something.
Yeah, cut loose.
I think he's a really good defensive coordinator and a good like fixer.
I just think we need an
He's-
offensive coordinator.
And don't get me wrong, people
Head coach.
like the Bills. These players, they love to play for him.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's not like
They'll
it's.
run through a wall for him all day.
I'll say
every day.
it's not like, but
That's what I'm saying. That organization, he flipped it. He flipped the narrative,
he flipped the narrative, but I just cannot.
but put it on the field.
I-
Not just show the fans off field.
The time management just pisses me off, man. Like I cannot get past it. Like I don't know. It's just
That's what it comes
frustrating.
down to, man.
Yeah.
Just like what we said on Tank Talk, man. He's in NBA terms. Travis
The
knows he's a
Steve Kerr.
Warriors fan. He's the Mark Jackson of the Buffalo Bills. Just
Mhm.
come in and set the culture. You got the right pieces. Set them up
Go
for
get
the
a
future.
Steve Kerr.
I
They
like
need
that.
to go get a Steve Kerr, man. Go get the
Yeah.
job done.
I actually really like that comparison.
Boom.
You know, I called him right after the game. We were at work, and I called him the modern day Marty Schottenheimer. I don't know if you guys know Marty Schottenheimer from KC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just a modern day Marty Schottenheimer. Like, and not that he was a bad coach, because he was a good coach, but he couldn't really ever win anything with KC. And I think we're just in a similar situation here. Sean McDermott's not a terrible coach, but at the same time, he does some pretty dumb things, like as far as time management and other stuff that I could go on a list here, but I don't know. You know, I will say it's a lot better that we're making this podcast 2 weeks after, like almost 2 weeks after the game, because I was.
Yeah, 20 minutes would probably turn into 45 minutes to an hour talking about Sean McDermott.
Yeah, I was not happy. I mean, this past week, obviously we didn't go through like our pick'ems or anything like that, so we didn't go through the schedule. But speaking like of schedule, it was a not a bad week to be a Bills fan as far as what happened and really played out in the
things
AFC.
went our way.
The only thing that really ticked me off was the fact that the Colts pulled out another one. That one,
you know the motto. Fight and find a way.
Fight and find a way. That
They
was
sure are.
They have no identity right now, but the identity is fight and find a way, and it's working.
I like it. And it is that was a little frustrating to watch. I didn't really watch too much football. I had like a work Christmas party to go to and get ready to go to, so I didn't really watch too much football, but I paid attention to it on my phone. I was like, wow, it's really looking good for the Bills as far as like I think the Browns lost, the Steelers lost. So and
Steelers lost to the Cardinals.
Obviously the Bengals
Also lost Pickett.
I was saying, yeah,
that too.
Yeah. Wait, that'll make Thursday interesting. That'll make Thursday.
Didn't the
heard.
Patriots
Did you
just lose 6-0?
to the Chargers?
To the
yeah.
Chargers.
By the way, that was a 5.5 point spread, and they somehow covered, scoring 6 points.
That's-
Blew my mind when I saw
that-
that.
That was
It was
interesting.
5.5 when I saw it, and I'm like, I'll stay away from that. 6-0.
So
Vegas
did
knows,
you
baby.
see what
They
Najee,
know.
Did you see what Najee Harris said about Mitch Trubisky?
No.
Mhm.
Dude, he was
saw
like, somebody asked him like, oh, I don't even remember what they said, but like asked him like what type of leader Mitch was, and he was just like, he just kind of was, he had like the most half-assed worst response you could have about your starting quarterback. Normally, you got you guys that are like, nah, I'd go to war for this guy. This is my guy. He's gonna lead. Like he's
aight.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, yeah, he's literally like he's
Yeah.
all right. He's all right. Like wow, that's.
Yeah. I don't think
I hope that fucking team doesn't make the playoffs.
I don't
hope
think
the
Najee
Steelers
will
don't
be
make
a
it.
Steeler next year.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be a Steeler next year.
He's getting pushed out by Jalen
And,
Warren.
and Jalen Warren, he just looks a little bit better in that offense. I don't think there's a whole lot of Pittsburgh Steelers want to be Pittsburgh Steelers because I really wish we would have done the podcast last week only because I had a video locked and loaded about Deontay Johnson. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
Like I know we're dating ourselves back now, but when they played the who were they playing? I think the Bengals. Either Najee or Jalen Warren, I think, fumbled the ball, and the fumble's right by Deontay Johnson. He doesn't go after the ball. It's a live ball.
Yeah.
The Bengals, they pick it up. They're running down the sidelines, and Deontay Johnson's just walking, bro. He's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you know what? I didn't fumble the ball. This isn't my problem. That is he is.
Just got paid to be a wide receiver one for them.
He quite literally looks like he does not care about being a Pittsburgh Steeler whatsoever. And then there's George Pickens. I got nothing to say. That's NFL young boy. He doesn't really care either.
Nah. Yeah, I don't know.
Their only saving grace is
It's
that
okay. You still got.
defense.
It's okay. Even though he's hurt, you still have Kenny Pickett as a Steelers fan. You still have him.
Do you?
That's your
Yeah.
guy. That's your guy.
Is it?
He sucks.
he's
dude.
terrible.
He
Is it
sucks.
their guy?
That whole team's terrible. They got to get rid of Tomlin, too. I don't know. They've hung on to that for, 4 or 5 years too long now?
Man, I'll tell you what. His only saving grace is he's never had a losing season. He finds his way in the playoffs.
Yeah, well,
I
we might be sitting here having that conversation about
I was
McDermott here pretty soon.
No, and I get that. I get that. Trust me. I'm pounding the table for the McDermott. I wanted McDermott's head 4 or 5 weeks ago. I was
Try
calling for
years.
that. But
Been calling forever.
yeah, that's crazy.
Ask Casey, man.
I am more shocked. Like, it's interesting. When did that come about?
And why?
Because, all right, so first off, the Panthers had everything, man. They had everything with them. Their defense blew. Who was the leader of that defense? McDermott.
I get it. Yeah.
Defense kind of sucked. I know you didn't have, great pieces, but defense wasn't great.
That year they won 15-1. Wasn't that defense pretty good?
Yeah, that was Cam Newton's MVP season, though.
Yeah, but like Josh Norman was
they were all
one of the
right.
best corners, and they had a Luke Kuechly was a
Yeah,
all-pro
but
linebacker.
meh. So, like, when he came to Buffalo, I'm like, okay, I mean, it's something new, cool. First year, I was like, hey, this is cool. Second year was cool. Something clicked, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like him anymore. I don't know what it – like, I literally couldn't tell you what –
That's funny because the third year we made the playoffs with Josh. And
I know. I don't know what it was. I was just like, I just don't like him.
He was not trusting the process.
Well, I mean, that's all right. You came to the conclusion 6 or 7 years before we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here 5 years later, and we're finally there.
4 or 5 years.
I mean, you can't really. But it's hard.
Bills are great.
It's hard not to blame Bills fans to take this long to start sipping that Fire McDermott Kool-Aid, because as younger Bills fans, all we know is losing football before Sean McDermott, and to an extent, like I put up a post about Fire McDermott, and I got fired back with one of my brother's buddies. Really, I got fired back. He was like, you're such a fake Bills fan. He's like, because you love Sean McDermott. He changed your fucking franchise. I was like, dude, that's not the point. Like as a Bills fan, yeah, okay, that's cool. We made the playoffs. I'm happy about that. We made the playoffs the last couple of years. It's felt awesome making the playoffs. I'm tired of getting bounced out of the playoffs and being the laughing stock of the AFC. Like,
frauds.
I'm trying to sit here and say, like, at what point, and I said this earlier in the season on the podcast, and I said it exactly the way I'm going to say it. At what point is enough, like, just making the playoffs and not doing anything in the playoffs isn't enough? That was before this huge fall down in the season where we're 6-6. If I'd have known that we were going to be 6-6 at the point I said that, I'd have been pounding the table even harder. Like,
clip it.
He quite literally, like, and it sucks because I saw a tweet. Somebody said that per inside rumors that his job is safe, which I think is absolutely insane.
I saw that too.
Absolutely insane that his job is safe.
Next season.
Well, it almost has to. Usually, like, the GM will have a say, but I think I could be wrong. But wasn't Bean hired after McDermott?
Yeah,
and McDermott kind of banged the table for Bean to be here. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's going to have to come from the owner, which I don't see that happening. So
well, just like Chris said, last podcast, Terry Pegula doesn't have the balls.
He doesn't. Yeah. Because so you see what he's done with the Sabres as far as trying to get head coaches. That has been an absolute mess as far as just trying to find a head coach for them. I thought my boy Donnie Meatballs was going to be the guy. He's not either. He's
not looking like it right now.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm giving him this year, but I don't.
Him and Kevin Adams are.
It's Kevin Adams for me.
Well, it's certainly Kevin Adams. Not to get into so much crazy Sabres talk here, but the
Buffalo.
BillsAholic pod's coming out.
A little bit.
And I will say the fact that you don't go out and get another goaltender, and you don't get 2 top defensemen, and
dude, they have
that franchise is another damn joke. That's a bigger joke than the Bills.
They have it. I just got to get this out really quick, dude. They have 6 first-rounders sitting in Rochester and haven't tried to flip one of them. They have, 5 forwards? Dude, we're booked with forwards.
Right.
Booked with forwards for the next 15 years.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
You can't flip one?
It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm like, dude, come on.
I
That's all I had to say about this.
I
don't like to spend money.
They hate it, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
they
lost the Patty.
They'll sign their own, and it's kind of just like the Bills, like promote within, blah 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 blah. Dude, they'll sign their own players. Blah, blah,
Kevin Adams is super promote with it.
He's terrible.
Super promote with it.
He is terrible.
He's terrible, and I mean, we'll see how that plays out. Like, they were losing when we started the podcast. I'm sure they're going to lose tonight.
Did Tage play?
He is active tonight.
Wow.
He is
active.
It's not
making a difference.
Jack Quinn's coming back. He skated with him, so we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see. But it's just like
Gergensons is week to week. If that makes you feel any worse.
The fact that Gergensons and Oposo are still on the team is also
veteran leaders, man.
Like you sit here and you're like, God, if there wasn't enough.
2-0.
Oh man, look. Oh boy, you might want to pull that one out, man.
Dude, I'm an Oposo kind of guy. First off,
I don't like Oposo.
He shouldn't be on the team right now, but I'm an Oposo kind of guy.
He's old and slow.
I couldn't tell you what that
looks like
is.
a noisemaker. Look on the side.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet.
What is that for? Oh, that's from the other night.
It was his commemorative 1000th game.
That's from when.
Yeah.
That's this season. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Poso.
Shout out to
1,000 games.
Get him out of
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out. Good job.
But I mean, to our point about the whole Sabres Bills thing is like, you just don't want the coaching hiring in Terry Pegula's hands because it's clearly not going well down in the city of Buffalo with the Sabres, because here we are with them, and I just don't want that to happen with the Bills, man, because I care so much more about the Bills than I do the Sabres. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
No, I just can't. But I don't know. It sounds like we're not gonna have to worry about that. It sounds like Sean McDermott's the guy next year.
One more year.
I think, but
Trust
so
in the
and I said this past week. The only way I can make it make sense in my head to give him one more year is if he stays the head coach, you give him another defensive coordinator, and whether Joe Brady's the offensive coordinator next year or we go and grab a different one, I don't know. I think that's the only way you can justify in my head giving him another shot at being the head coach is if you get another defensive coordinator in here, and you take a little bit off of Sean McDermott's plate, because clearly that just has not been. This whole making him the defensive coordinator thing clearly hasn't really worked out this season.
Not that guy, pal.
And I think he is not that guy. He is not that guy. That's the only way I can justify it in my head is if and the worst part about it is if we get another defensive coordinator and I already know who it is.
It's gonna be one of his guys.
I already know who the defensive coordinator is next year if they do it. It'll probably be Eric Washington, the defensive line coach. Would be my bet.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna happen.
He's even softer as butter.
So, yeah, no, Leslie. I
don't mind Eric Washington, but I don't know.
Sometimes
really
I don't mind
matter
some of
to
these
me.
positional coaches.
Really,
to get a shot at it.
defense to me, dude. I mean, go
Right.
score points.
Right, but it's.
Honestly.
Can we talk about if we're gonna talk about coordinators? I think Joe Brady's sample size so far, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Joe Brady. He's not like he's playing against some easy defenses.
29 on the Jets.
30
was it?
I think he scored 32 points against the
32.
Jets,
Yeah, they got that last field goal.
and then he scored more on the Eagles. So
That's two top defenses.
it's not like he's going against an easy one this week either. It's another hard environment that they're going into, and it's another hard defense they're going to play. So
I'll have a shot next week against the Cowboys defense too.
yeah, it just does not get easier for the poor guy. The guy's just like, damn.
The
let me catch a break.
Cowboys game is kind of like my determining factor. If he can throw together a good game playing against them, then I'm sold.
Yeah, that will be impressive.
Understandable.
Wonder if Deron Bland gets an interception against a pick six against.
Well, if
Josh
I know
Allen.
Josh,
He'll be
he
like,
might get two. Yeah.
He's
No,
a
just
dog.
don't throw to his side.
That's what Gilmore said.
Yeah, don't throw to his side either.
Nah, Gilly Lock, man.
Nah, he's burnt.
I've hated Gilly Lock ever since he left the Bills, man. I remember. So
I didn't blame him.
little quick tidbit on Stephon Gilmore. When I believe what they did was they let him play out his rookie contract, and I think they gave him his fifth year option, if I'm not mistaken. After his final year with the Bills, I remember it was the off season and he hadn't signed with anybody yet, and all of us Bills fans were in his live on Instagram, like we were all typing like, oh, come back to Buffalo, come back to Buffalo. I remember him saying he was like he said something. His wife was like right next to him. He was like, oh, they want us to come back to Buffalo, and he said something about coming back, and I was all excited. And of course, nothing's worse than when you leave Buffalo, but when you leave Buffalo and then you go sign with the Patriots. I hate the guy. He's just some soft ass shit, man.
Got his chip.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then, didn't he win Defensive Player of the Year with them?
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, couldn't do that with the Bills.
It's always when they leave the Bills.
He's close. He had that one good year.
Yeah. He wasn't bad when he played with the
I
Bills.
think didn't the year he had a really good year? Wasn't that J.J. Watt's like second Defensive Player of the Year? I think second or third, something like that. He didn't really.
He was
really
close
his
to
fault.
MVP last year. That's the only good player we had.
That's true.
I dislike him so much, man. He's just not my guy, dude. Not my guy.
We're in 21 and Dallas is kind of cocky too.
Yeah, that is something,
Yeah.
bro. Go put. Does anybody got 24?
I don't fucking.
You guys
Is
are
that-
the wrong guys.
Probably.
I don't know. Is that Deron Bland's
It's
number?
like Cowboys-aholic.
I didn't
Is
he
it-
wear like 30 something?
Man, I know
I
it's
think he's
not
got a-
Cowboys-aholic, man.
One of the running backs is 24, I think.
You know, why would I ever? Why
Hey,
would
Deuce
I know
Vaughn.
this isn't Cowboys-aholic.
2-2.
The Cowboys only stole 2 of these away from us.
Sorry
Trust me.
about it.
It's not the Cowboys-aholic pod. I know, Travis. I know. I'm aware.
It
of
ain't
this.
the
We-
Emerge League pod neither. We coming.
Yeah, we lost this week. You know that.
I know what our record is. I think
And we're not 1 anymore.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Shit, I'm top 2 and I'm not 2.
Yo.
Oh, dude, I beat Ben
Top-
in our league there by 100.
Yeah. He has a
Damn,
terrible
he
team.
might as well just.
That's
quit.
why. So
Yeah, I think he's getting the boot.
he had.
Is it that whole trade thing that he did early on
Yes.
the season?
So
That's
he
what's
had.
biting him in the ass
Yes.
now?
He had the audacity. He had the audacity.
We heard about it for like a week.
He had the audacity to
This
hop
trade.
on this podcast last week, or 2 weeks ago, and sit here and look at me and tell me, like, when I was like, oh yeah, my team's all right in that league, and we're sitting here and he's like, your team sucks. You're not doing nothing this year.
Straight up, boy.
He said something like that. I'm 2-0 since he said that. You remember?
Is he 0-2?
I fell off.
Is
I
it
fell
that
off. I fell off a little bit.
Oh my God, Ben hasn't won a game since week 4.
Yeah, I fell off a little bit, but my record's not bad in that league.
No,
I think
mine neither. I think I'm 11 and
I'm
2.
the third best team in the league.
That's playoffs.
That is playoffs. I'm finna make noise.
I remember
too.
a couple
Playoffs
weeks,
start like
weeks
a
ago,
week or
we and
two.
you were battling for one. I left you in the dust.
That's cool. That's cool, man. That's cute. That's cute. The
I'm not
real
doing
test, the
somebody.
real show, I think starts next week.
Does it? I don't know when it starts.
I took a look today at work. I was like, wow,
Is it? Yeah,
my time to shine next week. My time to shine.
I respect it.
Speaking of time to shine, Travis, you are still shining over there, man. 112 and 58.
Wow.
Travis, that's absolutely nuts. John, you edged me out by a game, man. You finally got me.
You guys didn't keep track of last week? No.
I didn't do any.
Didn't keep track last
I
week.
have
so.
my picks, but
Respectfully.
Oh
nobody
yeah,
else.
I'm in this Facebook league. I have my picks, but I don't think I did too hot.
Yeah.
So it's good
Yeah,
that we didn't.
yeah,
do
me
too hot.
neither. We'll just skip it.
Yeah, so I don't really have my picks. I think there was 15 games last week, I think, so I probably would have won 15 and 0, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 115 probably.
Yeah, we might as well just add 15 games to my schedule. I mean,
don't
my
know if
record.
I don't know if that's fair.
That's probably not too fair.
No.
That's
His
probably
mic
not too
wasn't on
fair.
at home either, so.
Oh man, there's always a way to find a way to
I always find those little loopholes.
sneak in week 1 podcast.
Hey, it's been
fucked up, man.
14 weeks already, dude. How we feeling?
14. Hey man, 14 weeks.
Way
It's
too fast.
so I'll tell you what. It is insane how fast this season's gone. I absolutely can tell you how much I love doing this. It felt when we were talking earlier this week, it felt just weird not being here, like not posting any reels.
Feels like forever.
I was like, dude, we can't do this again. Like I hated the bye week. How far are we in this?
Oh shit.
Almost 40 minutes.
You did have a loss in the bye week.
So speaking of 40 and 40 minutes,
I don't want to.
what's going on with number 40, man? What's going on with Von Miller? It took him. Maybe I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Maybe I shouldn't say that it took him 13 weeks to finally hit something.
He had one
You
tackle.
said it.
He had one tackle. It's his second hit of the year.
He is.
Oh my god.
He is so sorry, dude.
Does he play this week?
So no,
No,
I don't.
God, no.
I'm not even sure, man. I haven't heard anything since he turned himself in. Like I heard that she was like, "Oh no, never mind."
Yeah, she
Seemed
tried
like
to drop
something's
charges.
getting
Never mind. He didn't do anything. Hold up, my bank account just got $20K richer.
20K.
Von Miller's cheap, bro.
I know,
Von
but
Miller's
you're
cheap.
lowballing.
Von Miller's
He
cheap.
is.
Von Miller's cheap. Go buy yourself. She was probably like, go buy yourself like a new car or something. 20K doesn't even buy you a new car
No.
nowadays.
You're the car
You're the
salesman,
car
dude.
salesman.
What's your
too.
problem?
I don't know.
Getting a beat up Honda Civic.
Rough market.
So
All I know is I will not be wearing my Von jersey for.
Come on.
Tank, you know how
You
Bills fans get. We can't walk into the
cannot
walk
walk
into the
into
Bills
sta-
stadium, and then you just know the drunk girls are gonna be like, "Take that shit off, man. Take that shit
I
off."
cannot walk in that Bills stadium with my Von Miller jersey.
No, you're right. I'm trolling.
I'm not even gonna be
I
able.
finally got a Von Miller jersey
I'm not
too,
even gonna be able
bro.
to walk past Jackie. She's gonna become.
Yeah, she's not gonna let
She'll
you.
smack.
gonna let-
She'll smack you in the mouth.
Smack the shit out of me. You
So
probably-
does that leave
Then-
with
then
Josh
she'll-
Allen and Gabe
Nah, I'm
Davis?
not gonna say it.
Josh Allen, Gabe Davis.
You need more
That's
jerseys, man.
fine. I'm going up.
He's got his list.
I got who did I just get? I got Kincaid.
He's got Kincaid.
It's growing.
You don't have Shakir?
He's
Nope.
next.
He's not.
Yeah, how do you-
As soon as he gets, he'll be here next year. I'll get that soon.
Just say the word, Travis.
Shakir and Groot is probably next. Maybe Milano.
I think Milano should be at the top.
No, Shakir.
Okay.
It's Shakir season.
Right.
Shakir, Gabe. I might even have to like.
You got a Cook jersey?
See, I'm like I love the
Not
little
yet.
obscure jerseys. Like I don't. might be the worst jersey I bought of all time. It's not looking like it's gonna pan out. I do have a Deontay Hardy jersey. I don't know. I was like, I was watching his highlights. I was watching his highlights.
I was hyped for him.
This guy's
because,
gonna,
man, we're gonna get this.
I was like, Josh and him are just
speedy,
gonna click. Like this is gonna be
faster Cole Beasley.
I was like, he's an all-pro punt returner. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a good play. And then I bought it, and I was like, oh God, that was a terrible play.
And then he gets 3 catches this season so far.
One of them was a touchdown.
Hey,
one of them was a touchdown. A guy that has his jersey, probably the only guy in Western New York besides his family that has the jersey would know that.
Yeah, that was a flop.
Who are we missing on your list?
As far as
Jersey
jerseys?
list, yeah.
So I mean, I
thinking Cybo too.
So if you go offensively, I got a Josh jersey, I got a Gabe jersey, I got a Diggs jersey. I have Kincaid, I have Knox. I won't ever wear a Knox jersey though.
Dion?
I don't have a Dion. I don't have any offensive linemen.
I think Cybo and Dion are.
And then D line, you name them, I pretty much have them. Vaughn, I have Groot, I have Ed. I don't have Daquan Jones.
AJ?
No.
You should.
I think I'm on the AJ up and as a trade.
He'll be gone after this year.
I was a little reluctant.
Yeah, he's gone.
You don't think they resign him?
I don't know if they can, man.
Chicago will throw like $15 million at him or something crazy, or the Panthers or some team that's kind of in the dumps.
Well,
it'll be interesting to see how
this past week we might be hurting for defensive end, so you never know.
Oh, we were hurting.
They were hurting with them in there.
I was saying our lineup might, like I said, and I've been pounding the table for this. Our lineup, if we give Kingsley Jonathan the Von Miller snaps we're giving him, more noise is coming from Kingsley Jonathan. If I'm being honest with you, like
it's not hard to surpass one tackle.
It's not, John. We throw you out there. You might find your way to get one or two.
I might have one combined tackle.
Hey, let's all get a John jersey.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get the John. Speaking of John, man, I feel bad that it took us 41 minutes to officially announce this. We wanted to announce this in the beginning of December. John, joining the BillsAholic Pod and becoming the 3rd member of the BillsAholic Pod. We wanted to make a little special introduction for you, and it took us just a real long time to get there.
We got sidetracked.
It took us a McDermott rant.
A McDermott rant.
Yeah. Time management, you know.
Maybe I'm not the best with time management.
It had to come at the right time.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, man.
Thanks, man.
Welcome aboard, man. We are
1/3
super
of
happy to have you on.
BillsAholic
1/3. We got some things to update, some logos to update, and stuff like that we'll have to get on.
We're excited, man.
We're super excited to have you. So it's just, it flows good with you on here. We love it. So we're super happy.
I've been pushing for you, John.
I was gonna say,
appreciate that, Tank.
I got you, man.
Tank was
running
a
out
big
of
John
call
fan.
ups.
Yeah,
we just had to sign him.
So I mean, like we looked at it. We signed you. Your cap hit's not gonna be too crazy. We were like, we're calling.
You were making plays.
You were making plays.
I know. I'm on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Be nice and cheap.
Yeah. So it looks like we got you for 4 years.
2.5 mil.
4 years. 2.5 mil. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. That's affordable. But yeah, man. I don't even know, man. This is.
He did.
Oh, you guys want to do the weekly pick'ems?
Might as well.
I'm ready.
Well, it might have been. Everybody's, it's a bye week. It's okay. It's okay. We're back. Yeah, let's hopefully the team that we represent when we do this podcast, they don't come out the way that I came out on this podcast, because, well, I think I jinxed the Bills, man. I just want to say that real quick. I think I jinxed the Bills with their bye week. I'm pretty sure the words came out of my mouth that at least the Bills can't lose the bye week, and they found a way to do it. So. With that, we get it. With that,
hold up, check this out.
With that, we get into Thursday night football.
Oh.
Patriots at Steelers.
The NFL might have to go on a bye week.
Yeah, they thought this was a good idea. They were like, we're cooking something up, right? We're cooking something up. We got the Patriots Steelers Thursday night. Then we're like, you know what? We're throwing on the 4 o'clock. Probably most of the nation's gonna be watching this game. We're like, we're gonna throw the Bills and Chiefs out there. And then they're like, we got something we know is gonna be good. Sunday night football, Eagles at Cowboys. And then they had a bright idea. I'd never seen this. They had a bright idea. They were like, we're going to give 2 Monday night football games. We got the Packers at Giants. And then we don't know who's playing quarterback for the Titans, but we're going to put Titans and Dolphins. I know it'll be Will Levis. But what were they thinking with the Monday night football slate? The Dolphins are going to absolutely just I think they're going to.
And they can't even call it a doubleheader because it's at the same time. They're both
that's not
8:15.
fair. That's not fair. Why
Yeah,
would
it's
do
just they were like, you know what, these
Wonder what
games
game we'll
both
be getting.
suck.
Like,
we'll probably
we
get
got
Titans,
the
Dolphins.
Packers, Giants, and Titans, Dolphins. We'll let them pick.
Ugh.
Wow. So that starts us off at the Patriots and Steelers.
Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Here's my weekly.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we watch this one together, Travis. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm gonna just throw Amazon's not getting my view on this one, man.
Yeah, I
No
don't
shot.
really blame you. There's
You're still gonna watch.
problem
Yeah,
is
you're right, I might.
problem is
Just might.
the Patriots could help us out here a little bit.
it's doable.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem I'm finding myself in.
That the Patriots can still make
Is
the
both-
playoffs mathematically.
Both offenses are historically terrible. It might be the battle of like who throws a pick six first, or who gets a
Who
punt
blocks?
return first.
Who blocks a punt
Yeah,
first?
who blocks a punt first? Who? It's gonna be a field position game for sure. I think.
Yeah.
First touchdown score, defense / special teams.
I'll be honest with
Right.
you get a field goal.
That's only be like plus 100.
You get a field goal in this game, you might win.
I think the total points was like 30.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would smash the
I'm
under
s-
on this one. I because both defenses aren't terrible,
No, both really good defenses.
so it's just funny because both
Just not good
offenses are so
offenses.
bad, dude.
And you got to score on offense.
I'm pretty sure this is for Belichick all-time losses.
And that sucks because that was a stat a couple of weeks ago before they really started to go super
Mhm.
downhill. That I was hearing 550 be like, that's a stat that the Bills could break when they come here. And it's just like now it's not going to happen.
Well, it's technically could. Probably not.
I'd go on a run.
They could go on a run.
All
Like
right,
we
yeah.
said, they could still mathematically make the playoffs.
Hey, if you
could.
put Malik Cunningham in, he gives them a shot.
Probably not.
They going.
I'm with it.
They got nothing.
I don't even think
Yeah.
Tom Brady can save that offense, man.
Oh,
Ramondre's out too.
Ramondre's out.
And,
Yep.
then you flip and you're like, okay, Ramondre's out. Then you're like, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, not that he's a difference maker. Kenny Pickett's not playing either. So
Nah, I'm on
That was a-
Steelers.
That was a good little preview.
It's easy to talk about the bad teams because you're just like, yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Who's
go.
going to get more sacks? The Steelers.
I'm gonna go with Steelers, bro.
I don't.
Just
I
do
think
it. You
TJ
want-
Watt will.
you-
Yeah, I'm just going to go Steelers. I think TJ
you
Watt.
You want the Patriots?
No,
I don't
Well, we
know.
do.
You do want
Bills purposes. We want the Patriots, but it's not happening.
Oh man,
Brutal.
I just want to. I want to personally get every game right this week.
Yeah, good luck, man.
I need it. Oh, by the way, speaking of it, we should have probably talked about this before we started. Shirtless quarter won.
Oh yeah.
Shirtless quarter won for the stipulation. Me and Travis having a conversation on the way up, right? We're like, okay, how does that work when only 2 out of the 3 guys go to the games?
Well, it's going to work because I'm not going to lose.
Okay, that's one.
How does that work?
That's one.
Also, how does the stipulation work with 3 people? Do we both have now? If we lose, are we both like?
I think it's just the ultimate loser.
Yeah, the
Okay.
worst record there.
Yeah.
So we got to find a way to get you to the game.
Oh, and I got away.
Yeah.
We
I
got-
I really
know
think about that.
I know I can get you to the game if it happens.
It's going to be cold.
But you
That's
might not
nice.
have anything to worry about it. You might be watching in the comforts of your warm house.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will be. I'm just letting you know it's going to be cold.
oh, yeah, thank you. Pointing at me because I am the one that's when we did a stipulation, I did lose. I fucking suck, dude.
This will be the Cowboys game, right?
This would be the
Yeah.
Cowboys game.
The
So
next
we're
home
gonna
game.
do it
Going
this
to that
week.
one, I'm gonna fucking see it myself.
So
Nice.
So I'm gonna be real with you. We need to.
Now we're doing the shirtless quarter. Are we walking to the stadium shirtless?
I mean, gosh, we should have put that in the fine print if I'm being honest, because
It's not in there now.
I did shirtless quarter on the social media and that
So
won.
as soon as that 15 minutes goes on the board, starts going down, we just take our 3 layers off. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
That's when the first quarter starts.
Yeah, first quarter you just need to be like, whoop.
It's gone.
That's brutal.
You don't need to think about it that much. Just think about this enough, and you don't got to do it.
Yeah.
As soon as they kick it off. Hit the Hulk Hogan.
All right. I'll have to have Dylan if that's a huge if. If I do lose,
Because we know who it's gonna be.
I'll have to have Dylan up there. We'll make a couple shorts.
You know who it'll be.
Dude, I forgot you were way up there too.
Oh my God.
He's sitting at the head of the table. I'll probably be the guy. And then the best part about it is I'm
It's
sitting in the
so
100s.
much colder up there.
I'll be taking that shirt off if it's me, and I got odds on me probably ending up on the jumbotron if that happens.
I'd be pretty sick though.
I just wish. Problem is I'm like I'm kind of a skinnier guy, so like my only thing is like I love when like the really heavy people take their shirts off and they just get all pumped up.
Bro,
It doesn't mean as much when I do it, bro.
That paints his whole body with blue. Have you seen him?
Yeah, it just doesn't mean as much when I do it.
How about we do
And
that?
it should, because I got no skin.
Make it mean something.
Hold on. Speaking about making it mean something, how about at BillsAholic on the chest?
Boom.
Bam, that's a good idea.
Making it mean something.
That's a good idea.
Little marketing.
That's a good That is fire. That is a must. That is a must.
At BillsAholic.
You don't need to throw that in the fine print. That's
red and blue. We gotta go and get red and blue paint.
that I'm cool with. That I'm
At
cool with.
BillsAholicPod.
That was a
Just
good
across
idea.
the chest.
Buccaneers at Falcons, first of the 1 p.m. slate.
NFC South on the line.
NFC South matchup. I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Give me Bucks.
All right. Nobody can lose the stipulation if we all go the same picks.
That's the way to
Yeah,
look
you
at
can.
it.
That's smart though.
Then we're gonna have to.
Now,
keep
do you?
delaying.
Now let me ask you this.
Nah, then all three of you got to do it.
I
Now
have
let me
my
ask you this.
picks.
Do you play it smart like Sean McDermott, or do you get aggressive? You talk about being an aggressive guy. I mean,
I'm definitely getting aggressive. I'm gonna get aggressive.
and do you see yourself Colts and Bengals? Do you see yourself getting aggressive here?
Oh, I do.
This is a good game. I'm not really sure who the Bills need
Y'all
more here.
need a tie.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
But
we
I
lost
told
to the
Tank before
Bengals.
the
And
podcast, I'm going Colts.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Really?
Now
He likes Jake Browning.
Jake Browning,
He did hoop.
He
He
looked
did
good.
hoop.
You look good.
They
Jamar
did.
Chase kind of hooping a little bit. Joe Mixon of late, hooping. I've been loving him on my fantasy team. Need him again.
Did you see that celebration in the end zone?
Was it the one where
The
they were,
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, the Dylan Brooks. And then did you see what's his face at the end of the video? What's the 73 offensive lineman? Orlando Brown?
Yeah.
Jackass.
I did
He
see
looked
that.
right in the camera, jackass. That's so hilarious.
Oh wow.
What made you come up? Why?
Are you going to Colts?
Yeah, I'm going.
We got a little split ski. Here we go.
Dude,
Of the
honestly,
stipulation
I have
week.
no clue.
The Bills need both to lose or tie.
I'm having
Or
a
tie.
tough time myself trying to get a read on this game because you just don't fucking know.
Right?
No, you don't.
The
It's
thing
one of
that's
those
helping
games.
me-
But
thing
guess
that's
what you
helping me-
do? You fight and you
find
find
a
a
way.
way.
Here's the thing is Jake Browning had a game, and this game's in Cincinnati, man.
Who day?
Those
That
fans.
that yeah. I'm gonna go Bengals only because they're home. If this was in Indy, I'd probably go Indy.
I don't know. We play better on the road.
Thank you.
I'm a big home team kind of guy.
I'm a big away
I
team
have-
type of guy.
See, I like playing home too, but they apparently aren't.
They
too
don't.
big on it this season.
Nah.
So,
Jags at Browns.
Jags at Browns.
No
Who
Trevor
knows it?
Lawrence.
We got T-Law.
No Deshaun Watson.
Y'all need the Browns to lose.
But we might see Joe Flacco again.
Mm.
Because
Yo, they sent
DTR
him back to the practice squad. You
Ooh.
see that?
I did not see that.
Because DTR is not.
So
DTR
wait.
won't play this week,
So
right?
who's the Jaguars quarterback?
C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, C.J. Beathard.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. man.
Iowa legend.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Oh,
yo,
man.
he
So
had
this
that,
game could go either way
He
too.
did hoop at Iowa for like 2 years.
he had that big throw to Calvin Ridley, but he got called back.
These two games are the games that are going to be the death of us, man. Because they're going to be these two games could be the ones that put us through some hell at the Bills game.
Another tie.
Right?
You need it. You do. Because those are two teams in front of you.
You got to think though, the Jaguars are in the. We're just talking as Bills fans right now. You got to think of it. The Jags are division leaders, so they don't really have any effect on the Bills. So while the Browns have a wild card spot right now.
So
So we're leaning towards more the Jags. Because I am.
it's tough because that Browns defense is so damn good.
Yes, against
They've
CJ
been
Mosley.
really bad the past 3
Yeah.
games.
Myles Garrett's banged up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. I think just because the dog in the fight here and who I'm rooting for, I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
Wow, I'm going Jags. You can go Browns.
You're not jagging off over there.
Nah, give me the
Jagging.
dog pound, man.
Wow.
I think their
it's in the
defense
dog
will be
pound.
good enough.
All right, 2 straight splits.
Should we just skip this one or?
Texans at Jets, man.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
What's
Yeah, no.
What's the rumor with I guess the Jets were like, you know what, we want Zach Wilson to start
They
again.
cut Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
this is
what's-
the most
does Zach
Jet
Wilson
shit.
does Zach Wilson not want to play?
He's like, yeah, I'm reluctant to play.
But they also
What?
signed another quarterback, too.
Yeah, they signed.
Ripon.
Yeah, Brett Ripon.
Brett Ripon from
Yeah.
the Seahawks practice squad.
Yeah, that's not going to save him.
Yeah, he's not very good either.
Yeah, so I'm going to be honest with you.
So they cut Tim Boyle for Brett Ripon.
So
Okay.
here's the only thing.
Cool.
Here's the only thing that I think as a Bills fan, if the Texans are obviously probably going to win this game, right? So then you got then you go back up to the Jaguars and Browns. If the Texans win this game and the Jaguars win this game, then it just only fucks the Bills a little bit more. Because the Texans are a team that have that wild card spot. I hate being in this spot. This is 2017 all over again. I hate having to root against all these teams when you could just handle your own shit. And of course, we're out of that now. So
But essentially, you could also be rooting against the Jags because the Titans are only 2 games back. So if the Texans win and the Jags end up losing, really the Texans just have to win another game or 2.
right. By the way,
And
I'm
they
going
can-
Texans here.
I think we all
clear
are.
cut Texans.
I love how the pick'em segments turn into we need these teams to lose.
Isn't
So
it
I'm-
depressing?
So I'm gonna pick the other side.
I never.
That was not going through our head.
I
when
never
we started
wanted.
week
Yeah, I
one.
was gonna say I never wanted it
I
to
wouldn't
be
have
like
thought
this.
so.
Because by now we should have been like 2 games.
I thought maybe
In
we'd
the
be like
AFC
thought
East?
maybe we'd be like 10-1 by now or something.
Really?
No, I
Oh,
never.
God, okay.
So it's funny, and I look back on this. It's funny because when you told me that you thought this was the best roster Sean McDermott put together,
I lied, by the way.
I look back.
I lied.
I was
I
saying,
thought so too.
no, I honestly, I will
Chris
say,
didn't see it, but my
I was-
fingers were behind my back.
I don't know.
Those are the
I
best
don't know if I
roster.
openly said this to you, but I maybe I did it on one of our car rides up here. I have always kind of thought this was not his best roster he put together.
I liked it.
Like I didn't see what he did that made this roster so good from last season.
Well, I just thought like we brought in 2 fast guys to help Josh go downfield. We got gonna be tight end 1 in the first round.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the Taylor Rapp signing. I thought we could do like a 3 safety look. I like the Terrell Bernard. I just thought like as a whole we could like gel together and
Right.
12 games later.
Right, and here we are. Yeah, I don't know.
Training camps look awesome too.
They did exactly.
Yeah.
And it just proved my point a little bit more. But then I like it. And then next year I'll be saying the same thing. I really like this
Yeah, I was
roster.
gonna say, and I'll be
I
like,
love our new head coach.
oh, I hope so, man. Oh man,
I love our new defensive coordinator. I
Ram-
love our new wide receiver.
Ooh.
we'll talk.
We'll
We'll
get to that.
we'll touch on that here in a minute. Rams at Ravens.
Oof.
Yeah, the best team in the AFC right now, and that's the Ravens.
We
And-
talked
and-
about.
Oh,
shit.
he's so.
I'm like, yeah, we talked about this earlier on the podcast. It's the Ravens.
Ravens across the board.
Yeah, that doesn't appear to be too hard of a pick for us. Yeah, no, I mean that's an easy one. Lions at Bears. So on Thanksgiving, we did the Lions and Bears play on Thanksgiving?
Nah,
Who did they play on Thanksgiving?
Packers.
Packers. Okay.
Lions, Packers.
It was Lions Packers, right?
But the
Right.
week before that,
So we
Packers upset.
we all went Lions. Just so everybody's aware, we all went Lions. None of us seemed to. By the way, all of our turkey leg guys, we just shit the bed.
Well, we all.
Oh,
we
yeah,
so
that's
did.
right,
We
yeah.
so
Just so you
did.
know.
Yeah.
And we shit the bed. We went 2-1 on Thanksgiving, and it was those Lions that let us down.
It was.
And I just
We
don't-
should have known too.
Are the Lions gonna lion? Probably not.
Not against
Bears
the Bears.
almost beat them last time.
Nah,
Yeah,
Not this time.
I don't think so.
Lions coming off a scary game though. They were up 21. 7 minutes into the game,
Hey,
and then they just let the Saints come back. and they went to. Did they go to overtime? No, almost.
Yeah.
They won by 5 against the Saints.
That's the
after they were
James
up
Winston
21.
effect, baby.
Somehow,
Speaking of this,
somehow he always gets those plays that like only Jameis Winston can make those plays.
It's because he's so reckless. He's kind of good.
I don't know if you've seen the commentator. He was like, after that, his first pass to Olave, they got tipped and
It
caught.
got tipped and
He was
caught.
like, he said, "Well, we're back to the Jameis Winston experience."
Only him.
It's so true.
I love it.
speaking
I
of that,
love
speaking
Jameis.
of that game, bro, you see homie on the sidelines with the
Ouch.
Alvin
That
Kamara.
moment of silence.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think he might be getting some workers' comp.
Out for the season.
Holy moly!
You don't say.
He's questionable to return.
Alvin Kamara was just like, he just walked away. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
I did that.
his
Yes.
leg was just like, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh
terrible.
my.
So
Oh
is
my.
that experience? Is that going to push the NFL to get less workers on the sidelines? Because I've seen some people over the years on social media, they bang the table for less people on the sidelines, or at least further back.
It's kind of like at your own risk. I mean,
I'm
that was
gonna
chain
guess.
crew, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
gonna
kind of
be-
need him.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like,
That's been
how many times has this,
That's been a
like people, yeah,
argument
okay,
this
you,
past week.
you
This
run
past weekend.
you run onto the sidelines, you run into somebody, that happens all the time. Not often do you run into somebody and their leg just completely snaps.
It was the turf.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope the NFL doesn't read too much into this
No.
because I give him his little workers comp.
Little.
Well, I
Man
know the
could be
NFL's
out- Man,
me a
could be out
new
8
leg.
to 9 months.
yeah. Well, what did he yeah, his knees dislocated.
Here's a
What
real
else happened?
question.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were considering amputation.
Here's a real question.
That was
No.
bad. No, that was bad.
Amputated.
That was bad.
2023 with all the technology, I've seen some people talk about this. Do we need a chain gang crew? I mean, you got the chips out there. Read where the ball's at on
Yeah, I
the field.
Yeah.
robots.
I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be honest.
I
With you. The
don't
chips
know.
are probably. I'd probably feel like that's gonna be a more
Chain
accurate
gang is
sense
cool,
of it.
though. That's like
It is
that's
cool.
football.
It is cool. I love when they pull them out and then like.
I love when they get hit too.
I love when they like when it's like 4th and 1, bro, and they pull out the chain crew and it's clear and obvious, not like a first down, and they still pull them out and it's like, yep, we got
Yeah.
about this much. We got about this much for the first down.
Yeah.
Them and the cameramen, they get the worst of it on
Yeah.
those sidelines.
They always do seem to be in just the worst spot possible. But
They're
they get the
always-
best
they're
shots.
always in the way.
That's what
Yeah.
they're doing their job.
They are.
Yeah, they find a way to be in the way.
It's never going to be as bad as in basketball. Like, they're right there, like 2 feet away from the court. And there's nowhere to go. You can't run. You're just going to run into the crowd. So
You saw Emmanuel Sanders. You guys follow Emmanuel Sanders on Instagram?
I think I saw
I
this on
probably do.
Twitter or X.
This
whatever.
past week, he was at a Denver Nuggets game, and he was sitting in the front row, of course, and he got plowed into by a player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't pay all this money to get plowed into. Yeah, him and his kid on the sideline.
Oh, cry me a river. You're
That's
courtside.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
I'm sitting
Joker?
courtside. I'm sitting courtside. and
I
get hit.
hope
Oh my
not.
God,
I
oh
hope
my
it wasn't
God,
Joker
oh
or
my God.
DeAndre
So
Jordan.
you have such a tough life. You were on the courtside of an NBA game and you got hit. Fucking.
Jeez.
He made jokes out of it. He wasn't that
I'm pretty
he
sure-
wasn't that serious.
I'm pretty. Have you seen like the waivers you signed to sit courtside?
I can't say
Nah,
I
didn't see that.
no, I didn't.
I've never been in that position.
No, me neither. Trust me. I thought it could have been false, but I thought I saw on. Well, I did see on X. I don't know if it's a credible source that like you do have to sign a waiver just because of like players and injuries can happen.
Yeah. That sounds about
And I could have been wrong. I don't know.
I'd still risk it.
Oh,
Just sit
100%.
one time on courtside.
100%.
By the way, are we going Panthers or Saints?
I don't know. Why's he got to interrupt us?
It's been 2 weeks. You got some catching up.
No.
on.
I haven't seen John in 2 weeks. He took a
Are
whole
all
trip-
three of us going
Literally.
Lions?
He
Oh,
took
wait,
a
are
whole
all
week
three of
to
us going
Mexico.
Lions? Dude, wait, I'm so confused.
It sounded like
Lions.
you all had Lions.
I'm going Lions.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep the show on track.
Yeah,
I
you're
reel
right,
us.
you're right.
I reel us back in.
You're right.
Sometimes I'm the one that gets us off track.
A little bit.
Panthers at Saints.
Saints.
That
All right.
was easy. All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Yeah, let's go Saints.
Both teams.
Saints.
Both teams just kind of blow.
The Panthers,
Oh, they're terrible.
they got to win at least one more, right? I mean, they don't have to.
Who's their new coach?
I don't even know his name.
I don't know, but Frank Reich's getting paid to not be the coach. I'll tell you that.
By
true.
2 teams.
That's true.
He is
good.
just at home watching the league.
Yo,
kick
I heard
back.
just from the
He's done,
Panthers,
man.
$25,000 a day
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's disgusting.
for the next 3 years.
I'll be honest with you. He's like, that's crazy. That's crazy. By the way, I think he said he's done. If I'm not mistaken, he's
I
done.
think his whole journey. He said his
He
whole
didn't
journey
even
was-
want this job.
Yeah,
He
just
went to
looked like he didn't
Carolina
want it.
to retire.
Yeah, he just
And he
looks
got
like
interviewed.
he just looks like he's like, yeah, no, this is
I don't blame. I would have taken that job too. You kidding me?
Right?
Well, now the end result is $25K a day.
Fuck
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning in the long run. The 4 p.m. slate: Vikings at Raiders.
Jetta's back this week.
I believe so.
He is.
It appears that way.
Is Dobbs playing?
Is he playing?
Was it concussion?
But
Something like that.
But are there?
I thought he was just playing bad.
I think. Wow.
Could be that too.
What was it, 3-4 picks last time?
I think I'm gonna go Raiders, dude.
All field goal game besides TJ Hawkinson touchdown. That was a good Monday Night Football game, huh?
I didn't even watch that. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Didn't come close to watching it.
You're gonna go Raiders?
Raiders.
Off a bye.
Yeah.
They're still in it too.
Man, you're going Raiders too.
I'll go Raiders. I don't know how they're gonna look with Jetta's back on. They might with Josh
They were
Dobbs
better without him at first.
with Josh Dobbs throwing to Jetta's. I think it would take a couple weeks for them to get back in the groove.
I'm gonna go Vikings here.
Okay. All right. And that gives us the Seahawks and 49ers.
Again, jeez.
I'm gonna be real, man.
Niners.
I'm gonna say the
Those
Niners.
Niners look
Nobody
Hey.
wants to play him.
I'm gonna
Niners
say, let's be
Nation.
real here. The 49ers, they're the team to beat in the NFC,
They
man.
look great.
They're the team to beat.
Debo's finally getting some.
I love the 49ers, like the little 49ers and Eagles hatred now, like between the two, like the fan
Oh, they
bases and like
hate
the
each
players.
The league needed
Like-
that.
Like I really like that out of the NFC.
And the Niners ignite it.
Yeah, I'm just not even gonna lie to you. Debo Samuel on that one podcast. I
He
think
backed that up.
I think LaShawn McCoy asked me, it was like, oh, what do you guys need to beat the Eagles to get over the hump? What did he say? He said something fire. He was just like, and he backed it up.
Oh,
Like-
it was
So they're all trash.
Oh no, he's like, oh yeah, Brock Purdy's playing that game where it's a complete.
oh yeah,
different
back in the
story.
NFC.
Yeah, he's like,
Championship.
if Brock Purdy's playing in that
Yeah.
game, it's a different story. We're the team to beat. He's
41 points later
not wrong.
to their 19.
That is not a team I'd want to play.
Yo, it says a lot because it's my cleats week, and he decided to wear black Air Force Ones. So
He definitely has some black.
That
Force
is the new NFL
energy.
young boy.
He
That's-
definitely has
that's-
some black Air Force energy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
says a lot.
a little stinker here while we're playing.
You guys see
Oh,
that?
little-
You guys see
Little
that?
stinker while the Bills play against the Chiefs, man. Broncos at Chargers.
Stinker.
Dude, the Chargers.
6 points.
6 points.
I
Say, do
think-
the Chargers score more than 6
I think
points.
the Chargers probably don't put up enough points to beat the Broncos.
I think the Chargers are gonna charger.
Give me Denver.
I don't know
I'm
who.
going Denver.
Hold on, I gotta go back to see.
I'm gonna have a take while Travis is looking something up. This is the last game you're gonna see Brandon Staley coach.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hope for the Chargers, I hope so.
I
as
want.
well.
I want Broncos.
Okay,
Now,
alright.
see if
I
they
like
would
the way
have
Russell Wilson's playing.
if they would have lost last week, 6-0, it would have been that game. Even
Would've
though they did only score 6, they still
There
won. So
should've
you
been
can't
10.
fire somebody off. A
W
win.
is a W.
Should have been 10 weeks ago.
But it'll be this week. Tank
Oh.
says this week.
Put it on the board.
You know what? Tank, you've never had a take on the board yet, man. Welcome
This
to
is
the
it.
board. I don't know where the markers are.
What does
man.
that say up there?
You are
That
on the
says-
board.
That's from
There you
Ben. Joey Porter locks up Jamar Chase and holds him to 2 receptions for 29 yards. That did not happen.
I just want to go see what happened.
He said Ben actually looked up the stats, and I guess he was like, well, I looked it up, and when he was guarding Jamar Chase, I was like, that wasn't the agreement. Jamar Chase had to have 2 receptions for 29 yards. Tank, you said Brandon Staley fired.
Yep. Maybe mid game. Doesn't make it to the locker room.
Nah, he's terrible. He's got to go.
The Chargers management team's like, we're pulling Vontae Davis.
Vontae
I gotta
Davis.
get out of here, man.
Man, I'm out. I can't do this no more. Hey, Shady, I can't do this no more.
He was
Did you ever
That
see the
was
video of Trey
Steelers
White and
did
shit?
win.
I have.
Hey, coach, I'm out.
He did a perfect impression too.
And then Trey was like, "What do you mean, bro? You done for the game?
done for the game?
Oh, you just done for the? Nah, I'm out, man.
What is that?
4 for 81.
What a joke. He knew. He
that-
knew.
That was awesome.
He knew in 2018.
Yeah.
Man, I say it every week. That brings the most important game of the whole entire NFL schedule: Bills at Chiefs.
How are we feeling?
I mean, we're 6-6. We're coming off of. I'm driving home, and I'm like, wow, this just feels like my drive home from when we lost on 13 seconds. I'm like, I hate this feeling. It's just tough, man, because the Chiefs don't look like the Chiefs from the last couple of years. They really don't. And the Bills, they might be the best 6-6 football team to ever play. As when you look at it, like they're 6-6, and they have the best point differential. It's like what? Like, God, it sucks to be a Bills fan. But the Bills bounce back big this week, and they beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. It's not something they haven't done before.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills.
And the Bills do it again.
I'm comfortable taking the Bills here just because of how bad the Chiefs have been looking, and just how good Allen plays at Arrowhead.
6-0 off the bye.
That's true.
1 second. I gotta connect back to the Wi-Fi because I was gonna look.
Brother, what is there to look at?
I like the Bills here too.
What's the Chiefs record right now? 8-3, 8-4.
8-4.
8-4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, no one's talking about it, but a loss here. They're at 8-5.
Yeah.
No one's talking about it, but they're a division leader.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah, look at that division.
Yeah, they have the easiest division.
exactly. I get it, but no
Yeah.
one's talking about
Brandon Staley's in that division.
If Denver would have won last week, maybe there's a little conversation.
But yeah, no one's talking about it. But if they lose, they've lost 5 games, and the Bills have lost 6.
Yeah, I know.
No one's talking about it, and I don't know why. Well, long story short, give me Bills.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I was just trying to look up. I could have just asked one of you guys about the Chiefs record because like, no one's talking about it.
I will say though, they are like 3 drops away from having 2 more wins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. MVS had one of the
Can't.
worst drops I've just about ever seen.
But yeah, I'm feeling good.
any worse than QJ? Speaking of the Chiefs,
Ooh.
that guy can't catch a
Quentin
ball.
Johnston.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Poor Jay Herb. He couldn't have put that ball in a better spot. He was like,
Was he the first wide receiver taken off the board this year?
Yeah,
Ouch.
you could.
Was he?
I think he was. Yep.
Oh Lord.
I think he's when
Everyone else said, "Oh, okay, good." Blah, blah, blah.
All right,
Oh,
Quentin
I know.
Johnston's.
Oh, I noticed in one of my buddies' dynasty leagues, he's like, dude, who do I take? I have the choice from QJ and Addison most likely. I'm like, well, dude, you obviously take Addison. He's like, yeah, but, Keenan and they're going to get hurt over there. Mike Williams. I'm like, yeah,
he's
but,
got a good point though.
like, yeah, but
Mike Williams did
QJ.
get hurt.
And at the point, I would have agreed with him.
I agreed with him, but I was also like, dude, QJ wasn't even good. Wasn't
TCU.
that good at TCU.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was never a big QJ guy,
That's when the wide receivers started going off the boards.
And that's when the Bills
Yeah.
were like, you know what? We got to go
We're
get
not
our
gonna
guy.
go wide receiver. We're gonna go tight.
We got to go
end.
get our guy, Dalton Kincaid.
yeah.
I love the pick
Yeah.
now. I love the pick now.
Still pisses me off slightly, but
Dalton Kincaid,
I just wanted a receiver so bad.
I did too. I did
But-
too. Trust me. I was when
I love
Dalton
Kincaid, though.
When Kincaid came across the board, I was like, wow.
We're like,
I was like, that just might have that might have did it.
I
for
probably told you guys this story, but I called it when I was with McKenna and Casey. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna grab Kincaid because I think Dallas was looking at him, and he goes, who the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I'm like, I honestly don't know, but I think that's who they're gonna take. And they looked
Yeah,
at
they
me
took-
like I was like
they took-
smart or something.
as soon as they
you
picked
were.
him, we went straight to you too.
Yeah.
We're like,
Speak-
okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cowboys, Eagles at Cowboys, and an NFC East matchup, and those Eagles, man, are not looking like the Eagles from last year. And I just don't know what to think about the Cowboys because I sit here and I pound the table and I'm like, wow, the Cowboys are the biggest frauds in the NFL because they play good in the regular season and they fall apart in the playoffs. Now
I'm rooting for the Cowboys this week though.
I'm rooting for the Cowboys just because I don't like the Eagles.
Yeah.
I texted one of our group chats this weekend. I think I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Chiefs now. and that's a lot to say.
I'm on the opposite end of that. I'm probably one of the biggest Jalen Hurts fans you'll find in Western New York.
I
So
don't-
I'm
I
with
don't-
you, bro.
I don't like the
yeah, I
Eagles.
love Jalen Hurts, but
I don't like the
I
Eagles.
get what you're saying.
I don't like their fans.
I can't say that, man. I met a
You
good
don't
guy.
like- What do you think about Big Dom?
Bro, fuck Big Dom.
That shit was fun. I just liked it. Like, why not?
It was, yeah,
What?
it was fun.
Why not?
Philly.
Why are you touching the players?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Philadelphia, in the sports world, like this is a game
They're
where
frowned upon.
where
Their
this
fans
is
are.
a game where like when the schedule came out every year we
I
sit.
hate them.
I don't blame them every year, but every year we sit when we look at
The
the
Niners-
schedule.
Hold on.
I didn't know I struck a nerve.
You did.
Hold on.
You did take. He never usually does this. Where I'm not allowed to talk. Let's see what
The
happens.
Niners just kicked their ass 41-19, and you got the Eagles fans throwing snowballs to the 49ers fans over there sitting on the bench like this, and they're just fucking taking it.
Wait, was that
you
was
see that?
this past week? I thought that was like an old video. That's
Wasn't it an old video?
I didn't think it's
Did it
still.
resurface?
I think it was old.
It was
I
an old
don't
video?
think-
Well, so that's
it
actually
wasn't snowing.
that's what I was about to get into.
Oh, it wasn't snowing?
No, that's what I was about to get into.
I saw it like 5 different times on Twitter. I was like, bro, fuck them. You
So-
guys just got your ass kicked. 'Cause
so-
I thought it was this past weekend.
Between
love
the Dom
this.
between
I
that
love
Dom
it.
thing, the big Dom thing,
Big Dom.
I think that's completely out of pocket. Then you got the video of the Eagles fans throwing snowballs at the fans, and then the little altercation on the sidelines between Jordan Phillips and Shaq Lawson and the fan. You don't know what happened, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe this is a biased standpoint
But
as a
Jordan
Bills
Phillips
fan.
don't get fired up.
Those guys, there's no way they would have turned around and went after a fan if they didn't say something
At
out of
Oliver,
pocket shit.
yes.
And you're the Philadelphia Eagles. You
Yeah.
cannot tell me you didn't say something out of pocket. You guys are the worst fans in the NFL and in any sports. They suck.
Wow.
They suck.
I hate 'em.
They are quite literally. What I was going to say was when the schedule comes out, I look at the schedule, I'm like, ooh, I really want to go to my first road Bills game. And there should not be a place out of all the teams in the NFL that I look at, I'm like, well, I'm not going there because I'm going to get my ass kicked for just being a fan. Fuck the Philadelphia Eagles fans, dude. I'm getting hot now.
That's
I'm
why
getting
I like
hot now. Fuck the Philadelphia
That's why I
Eagles
like
fans,
them.
man.
Assholes.
They're
You're
assholes.
damn right they are, and I
Bills
love it.
fans are
They might be.
assholes, but
I
they're
don't.
even more
I'll be honest
assholes.
with
That's
you.
my
they,
middle
they
Yeah, I
are-
was gonna say
they
Bills
are
Mafia.
di-
Maybe they got their own right, but
I will
We
tell you.
got, yeah, we
I
do.
love it.
We do, but Eagles fans, they're just.
I will pound the table with Travis. They are the worst fans in football.
I hate them.
And that's exactly why they're not winning shit this year. The 49ers will be the team that comes out of the NFC.
Oh, I agree with that. But I'm a big Eagles guy. Not a big Eagles guy. I like the
That's
Eagles.
my Eagles rant, man. That's
But
my
back
Eagles
to Big
rant.
Dom. You brought up Big Dom.
sorry I did.
He touched
right?
his hands on Drake
Right?
Greenlaw first, and he's over here acting like the victim. And then he's over here surprised that he's getting ejected.
Yeah, get out of here, fatso.
Oh my god.
Tubby.
So does he? So
This is real material. I want all those Eagles fans. I want them all in our comments, dude. I want them all. I
This
want
is-
them all. Fuck
this is a real-
the Eagles fans.
but does he work for the NFL or for the Eagles?
The Eagles.
Eagles security. Why do you need security, bro? It's because you play for Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Like,
Every team has it, dude.
Every team
Yeah,
has
first
it.
come
they
but-
Yes,
have that?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Chris, yes.
yes.
Yes, but they don't have a Big Dom.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You want to know why I don't know that that's a thing? Because no other team needs that. You need that in Philadelphia where you got to worry about a fan jumping on the field and stabbing a player for something.
Oh, man.
That's a Philadelphia thing.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm so hot.
If there's
right
a
now, bro.
fan
I might
run-
need to take a step outside.
You might.
I might
there-
need to take a
if
step
there's a
outside.
fan
I'm
running on
angry.
the
I'm
field-
angry.
Big Dom's gonna catch them.
No, he's
You know,
like
if he
he's
gets
like
the
the
hand on him,
sideline
big
guy.
dog.
Like
I quite literally didn't know that was a job.
He's got a big
Yeah.
position. I think he's like an assistant to the GM or something too. So like whenever, like for example, when Shaq Leonard had his visit last week, he was the first one to get him in there.
I hope he loses
So
his
he
job.
has a
dude.
bigger job.
I hope
than
he
just
loses.
security guard.
yeah.
I hope he loses his damn job.
Oh shit!
I hope he loses his job and then he.
See,
I'm not a fan.
You're not allowed to interfere with the players
God,
or
I'm
the
so
game
angry.
when you're on the sideline. And
Yeah, he's sorry to cut you. He's supposed to protect the sidelines from the crowd, not necessarily
Yeah.
the players.
and
on the
he's
field.
and yes.
Oh,
he's
okay. That
he's
makes more sense.
He's interfering with the game. Hey, the crowd's that way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'd have told me that that's what they're like, if you'd have told me their job is to protect the coaching staff from the crowd, I'm thinking Sean McDermott has somebody on him just in case like Matthew Judon decides to come up to him and punch him or something, bro. That's what I'm thinking that the security position was. I didn't know that this was a thing.
They all got
Yeah.
every team's got them.
It took me
There's just
14.
no one
It
built
took
like Big Dom.
it took me almost 21 years to figure out that's a job.
All good, man.
And then it just gets me. He was
Oh,
shocked
still
that he was
go.
getting ejected. Who? Me? I'm getting ejected? He hit me first. Okay. Pinky, like a finger to the face, but you put it.
There's no way if we move on to Monday Night Football, the Packers at Giants, that you say anything to get us going.
I'll think of something.
There's just no way. Packers at Giants. God, fuck Big Dom. Big Dom won't be at this game. He'll be watching this game from home.
Let's go.
We didn't even pick.
Cry,
We didn't
Eagles
even.
cry.
We didn't even pick. We didn't even pick Eagles or Cowboys, man.
We all picked the Cowboys.
We did. I
Oh,
picked the
okay.
Cowboys.
All right. I got so.
Big
so
Dom got
pissed
us
off.
fucking mad.
I got so pissed. I wasn't.
Wow, he's living rent free up there, boys.
I quite
I
literally
don't
did.
know if I would have brought him up if I would have known.
I quite literally didn't know that this was gonna happen.
That's funny.
We have some good real material for those Eagles fans that'll be on our asses saying it doesn't matter, we beat you bumps.
Listen, Eagles fans, come to me, man. I'm a supporter. I don't care.
I just don't like the fans.
Yo,
That's all.
dude,
See, but it's so weird.
I think
though,
we're going
'cause-
back to two people on the BillsAholic pod, man.
Oh my God!
Hey,
He's
man.
on.
Hey,
He's on.
if you're
Be
kicking
it.
John, I'm going out with
He's
him.
Oh.
he's on the BillsAholic pod, man. That's Jalen Hurts of Holic pod right there, man.
It's all right, man.
He can't appreciate other teams.
Me and Tank are out. I will
guess
say
I'll
though,
I gotta call Rich. He's got to produce a
I
podcast.
will
now.
say, boys, the Eagles fans in Mexico, they love us.
There you go.
They were at Bills Eagles the last time the Eagles were here. They said it was the best experience of their life. So shout out Bills fans for that.
I
Shout
can't.
out.
It's on the internet now. I can't take it back. I'm an Eagles fan hater.
Oh, that's
I-
okay.
I by the way, now am banned from Philly. I can't go to Philly now. I can't have a Philly
Yeah.
cheesesteak. I can't.
That sucks for you.
Yeah,
that
really
is-
sucks for you.
That does suck. I
See,
messed
you might
up
be
there.
willing to go that far, but I don't know if Travis is. A Philly
cheesesteak
cheesesteak,
does
you
sound
free?
good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Philly cheesesteak sounds great, but bro, if I go there, they're gonna spit in my shit.
You're
Especially-
fucking- you're right.
Especially if we put this reel out. If we do a reel like that, and that catches wind, I'm going to Philadelphia. They're like, yeah, no, bro.
So how do you feel about
You're out.
Phillies fans? I know you're a baseball guy.
Dude,
Hates them too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're a Philadelphia sports fans,
The
You-
Flyers?
you're
The Flyers.
you're probably
Those
not
are-
a good
that's the only
person.
Philly
No,
team I
you're
can't
not.
stand.
You're probably not a good person if you like any Philadelphia sports teams.
Dude, I think he's
I would-
stereotyping.
No, I'm
hard,
gonna be honest
man.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
You got
I got a
Philadelphia,
friend. He's an Eagles fan. He's a good guy.
and
That's
he
what I'm
and
saying.
you if you guys go to Philadelphia, your Eagles fan friend would probably he'd probably whoop your ass for no reason. For no reason.
They're a
Yo.
menace.
They're all like that, man.
He's not.
They are all NFL fans.
Man,
my
you are
back.
They're all-
stereotyping
They're
so
all
hard.
NFL fan young boys. They all show up with their black Air Forces on, ready to whoop somebody's ass for no reason. Oh, you're just
Hold up.
innocently.
Wait a minute. Didn't I catch you in black Air Forces the other
I've never owned a pair of black Air Forces in my life. I have only a pair of white ones. I will get
Okay.
Olivia on this
Okay.
podcast so fast, man. I'm a
I
white Air
caught
Force kind of guy,
somebody-
and I am so late to the
Oh, it was
white Air.
Frankie Rice.
I would say I am so
Shout
late.
out Frankie.
I'm so late to the white Air Force trend. You can't even put me in the Air Force trend. I'm so behind on that. I got that when it
Yeah,
wasn't
my
even
bad.
a cool
My bad,
thing
dude. I
anymore.
got you mixed up.
Now you got me hot.
Yeah, my bad.
All right. Well,
Would you say
Also,
Packers, Giants?
Packers and the Giants?
There's
I'm
nothing you
trying
can
to-
say about the Packers and the Giants that could really piss me off here, because the
How do
game.
you think of Tommy DeVito, his family up there?
How we doing? How we doing? If Jack was here, he'd do that perfectly.
He still sucks, but
Tommy DeVito, man.
yeah.
Well, Tommy DeVito.
He's having a good run.
The Packers
He
are
is.
gonna walk in your trap, and they might take over.
And they will win.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
I'm
Packers.
on
here.
Packers.
Packers.
Look,
Hey,
Jordan Love looked good last week.
Green
He
Bay
did.
fans.
He looked really good.
I got nothing bad to say about
Especially
you.
against the Chiefs.
I got
Very
nothing.
easy.
I got
Good
nothing bad
against
to say about the
Detroit, too.
Cheeseheads, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the last one. Titans at Dolphins.
Fins up.
Yeah, Dolphins.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Derrick Henry is the only bright spot of this. Titans team.
You know what?
Whoa.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the Titans.
Sorry about that.
Is
I
it 'cause
like
I
it.
brought up Derrick Henry.
Nope.
He said
Nope.
Derrick Henry was like, I forgot about him.
Nope.
I forgot they had
Nope.
Derrick Henry.
Nope.
He was
Tua-
taken out with a concussion.
Oh shit.
I don't know if he might still be playing.
That's fine. He's in there or not. Titans got this game. Tua was on the Monday night the Manning cast or whatever. He was on it. So
He was just playing the guitar though. It was pretty
Even Will Levis might have lost DeAndre Hopkins. You're still taking the Titans. You see that whole thing?
wait, D Hop might not play.
No,
No, he's gonna play,
he's
but
not
they were
playing.
bickering at each other
Will
over
Levis.
something.
And Will started it.
Will started it.
He did start it. It's too late.
Run the right fucking route.
I think
That's too late, man. My shirt's off on the Bills game. It is what it
He was
is.
pissed that he started it.
Dude, that could be a swing game right there.
That could be the difference maker. That right there could be like, ha, both of you motherfuckers gotta take your shirts off at the game. I'm sitting there. I really this is normally my attire to the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this is
Every day.
pretty much just what
I
I
rock
wear
a
to the
few
game.
layers.
Yeah.
I layer up.
You guys go to the game.
Chris, you might need it just to cool off, brother.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Big Dom just about pissed me off because he just
Oh my
emulates.
God.
He is exactly what
Oh my
Philadelphia fans
God.
are.
Oh
Like
my
watch.
God.
I can't agree with Travis anymore. Philadelphia fans below.
You said that?
And that's
You say Philadelphia fans they suck.
I saw they saw.
Okay.
Yeah, they suck.
Just making sure.
Wowie.
I was gonna say like it's not something that I'm not the I'm
What-
I'm two
What
thirds.
sent you there? Like
'Cause,
have
dude,
you been
he's-
to a game in Philly?
No, he's 100%
Oh.
right, dude. Like you sit.
I think it started in the fact when the Bills were beating the Eagles at halftime, they booed the Eagles off the field.
Yeah, you're
They
you're
booed
9-1 football team.
They booed your 9-1 Philadelphia Eagles by losing by how many points was it?
14.
14 points
Okay.
at halftime.
Wait, I'm lost. What's up?
Fourth game in a row.
Yeah, but they come. But as an Eagles fan, you're like,
But they
okay, we're
booed
losing
their
at halftime.
9-1
We
team.
always come back and win in the
So
second
you know
half.
what? Do better.
I'm getting hot again.
You're booing
I
the
love-
That was my
9-1
last.
Eagles.
That was my last time.
I fucking love Philly fans, dude.
Dude, I don't get why you love Philly
I
fans.
just
man.
love them,
But
dude.
you're booing the 9-1 Eagles. Meanwhile, Bills fans over here, we're fucking used to it.
You know how long it took us to start booing the Bills off the field? I think the first time this season I heard them really get booed off the field was the Bills Broncos game.
And I did. I partaked in that.
And the Eagles are like, man, we're 9-1, we're struggling a little bit. We know we're probably
I
gonna come
love
out and
it.
have a good second half. They're like, boo,
I
fuck
love
you
it.
guys, man.
I love
Dude.
it.
They're the most ungrateful pieces of shit out there, dude.
Holy shit.
They are, man.
Oh, I love it.
I just hate how if I'm wearing a Bills jersey and I go to a game, I gotta get a snowball to the head. For what? Let me eat my hot dog at halftime and enjoy. Let me enjoy the game, man. I just know there was Bills Twitter after that game. By the way, after the Bills lost, Olivia hates this. I always have to go on Twitter. Got to see what they're saying in the press conferences. Got to figure out what's going on, right? And I'm looking. I'm like, I got people on Bills Twitter, like Bills fans that are just notoriously on there, and they're just like, wow, what a terrible experience we had. Just like just getting heckled out of the stadium and getting like
We saw it firsthand
like
a
slurs and
couple-
stuff. And it's like
2 years ago?
bro,
I love it.
like chill.
I'm with it.
And I'm not a Nick Sirianni guy, dude.
Oh, I love
I hate
Sirianni,
it.
dude.
Even though he's from around
I
here.
love
He's
Sirianni.
awesome.
The man beat the Chiefs in the regular season. Like he didn't lose in the Super Bowl. Like I get it. He's all happy that he beat him. Go do that in the
Shit.
Super Bowl, man. Go do that in the Super Bowl.
I would.
That'd be like
I
Sean.
would-
That'd be
I
like
would
Sean
take
McDermott
that.
doing that. That'd be like Sean McDermott doing that.
What,
like,
you
oh,
want this?
Like okay, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we got to
okay.
play some complimentary
Dude, no, I'm
football.
saying. it would
Yeah,
be
we
like
just
Sean
didn't have
McDermott.
enough to win.
Listen, you want a coach
Nick-
like that
Nick Sir-
fucking talks back to the fans. He said, Chiefs fans, where you at?
I'm just
just
saying.
love
Nick
Shut the
Sirianni.
fuck up.
man.
Nick
I
Sirianni.
love that shit.
He just has to remember he lost the Super Bowl to them. Okay, cool. You beat him in
did.
the regular season. You're not winning the Super Bowl this year either. So like,
I respect that. I'm just saying, man. That's the
that's
kind of
winners.
coach I need.
yeah, if he was a Bills coach, I'd be sitting here pounding the table saying something else probably.
But
But
he's
he's
it's
an
the-
he's
it's the
I
an
get it,
Eagles
I
coach.
get it, I
He's
get
the
it.
Eagles coach.
I get it.
Not to mention, that's another fresh, really hurtful loss, and those fans suck. Okay,
Gotcha, man.
So-
Gotcha. I got you.
that's your segment of Weekly Pick'ems.
And that was
Gotcha.
week 14.
That's week 14.
In a nutshell.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, don't take your hat off. There might be like steam under there.
yeah, like, come on, man. Oh, it does
So
feel
I'm
like
gonna
fun,
take
man.
it we're not heading down to Philly for a Phillies game this year.
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
It was a good time.
I might quite literally be
I
banned
don't-
from Philadelphia.
I don't want to go there with him, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
if-
can
if-
walk through Philly, no problem. I walk down with him.
I heard it's a good city.
It is.
I've been there
Great.
once, man. I've been
I
there once.
don't
I'll be honest with you. It's
One
not
night
a.
I was there. It was a little.
I heard.
I'm
Yeah, I was
honest with
only
you.
there
It's quite
overnight.
literally not a
You know
good city.
It's not.
It's not.
There's lots to do.
Have you been to Philly?
I have.
What happened to you?
Okay. I had a terrible cheesesteak too. That didn't really help.
Well,
And
well,
it was
when
because
you
that
get it from a
cheese whiz. I'm
side
not a
cart-
cheese whiz guy, dude. No, dude. Anywhere. What'd you say?
fucking liar.
No, dude.
No, right?
Do I have to call up my evidence?
No,
Sure.
no, I believe
I'll
you.
take the word for it.
Okay, I can be honest. It'd be tough to call up the evidence because it's from my dad's other significant other side of the family. So that'd be a little weird. Like, hey man, I just need you to. I'll be honest with you, but yeah, I was there. I was staying in Delaware, which is not too far from Philly, about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive into the city. We went there. We saw the stadiums, walked the whole little plaza and like the little sports complex, and then I had a terrible cheesesteak. So, I probably went to the wrong place. Not going to talk about cheesesteaks. That's home of the cheesesteaks. I got nothing bad to say, but I had.
Cheesesteaks are great.
Cheesesteaks I love cheesesteaks, dude. I love the ones I was making in Buffalo. Imagine if I could just get a good one in Philly.
Where'd you? Was it a cart?
No,
Where'd
it was
you
a
go?
restaurant. It was a restaurant.
Okay.
It was not a restaurant. It was like a little side joint, like just like if you'd go and grab subs from like Sub Delicious to Lockport. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Glad we figured that out.
All right, man.
BillsAholic Pod. Well, 2/3 of BillsAholic Pod hates Eagles fans.
Yeah. It would be so
Can't
much
get
easier.
there, man.
It would be so much easier if 3 out of 3, right?
Can't get there.
But
Sorry about it.
all right, man. I think that brings us.
Really, it's 2-2, and the two bigger guys are with
I'm
Philly.
not a host, I'm just producer.
No, I'm just letting you guys know it's 2-2.
Technically, yeah.
All right.
Who's the man?
I don't know. Philly.
Who's the man?
Big Dom.
I can tell you what. Big Dom is not my who's the man guy, okay? I can tell you right now. And he won't be. Fuck Big Dom, man.
That was great. We needed that coming off our bye week.
I quite literally can feel heat coming down my back. All right, who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right.
All right, man. Former Carolina Tar Heel.
Okay. All right. I got a
Are the
guy in
Tar
my head
Heels?
already.
Drafted 2nd round by Tennessee in 2012.
All right, that did it for me.
Ah, jeez.
No. Like that did it for me. I thought you were going.
Oh.
I thought you had a guy that you were super out there with, and I was like, ooh, I got it. I thought you were
I
going.
know who you're talking about.
I thought you maybe were going Austin Pro.
No, I love that though.
You know what's funny?
I thought you were gonna go
These
Austin
last
Pro.
couple of days, I've been thinking about Austin Pro, and I would have been so pissed.
All right,
We know who to guess for him.
right.
I already gave it out. No.
All right, teams went Tennessee, Buffalo, Washington, then Philly.
All right, that about does it. My turn.
Big Dom.
All right, so Tennessee Tar Heel, 2nd round, 2012. So you lost me.
He just fucking jumbled everything together
Is that
there.
Tennessee Tar Heel?
Oh, Carolina Tar Heel. Sorry.
Yep, drafted by Tennessee in 2012 in 2nd round. Teams were Tennessee, Buffalo,
In order?
Washington, Philly. Yep,
Tennessee, Buffalo, Washington, Philly.
and he was a Bill in 2016.
Ooh, recent. Kind of. Not really.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
We're almost a decade ago.
Which is
All right,
fucking
last
crazy.
one.
That is crazy to think about.
In 2016, in the 2016 season, my bad, he had 149 combined tackles.
Okay, got it.
Defense.
I got him.
I knew you would get him there.
I just gotta remember. Okay, yeah, I got him.
Tennessee. Hold
Oh
on.
wow, good one, dude. Good one.
One of
dude.
my favorite players growing
Good
up.
one. So I like it because like that season, I remember keeping track of his tackles, and that year I actually have the picture in my Snapchat memories. I got like a little tour of the Bills Stadium, and I got to go in their locker room, and I took a picture of his locker room. I was like, league leader in tackles.
That's pretty sweet.
Damn, you've said this story too.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Tennessee, 149 tackles.
I just gotta make sure it's yeah. I remember. I could picture his face, dude.
Nothing, Tank.
No,
I got nothing.
You got it.
It's kind of tough because he like played with Preston Brown, like it was like him and Preston Brown
Mhm.
linebackers. So like,
It's just
Am I gonna feel like dumb?
I don't really think
Am I-
you
am I-
might
am
not.
I
You
gonna
might
feel
not.
dumb?
You might not. You might
he
not.
was only there for that season.
He played here this season, but he had a good season when he was with the Bills. He
It
was
was
he was a good
in
tackler.
recent memory. It was probably one of the better seasons by a linebacker.
Yeah, he's a good tackle and linebacker for sure. Like he had a lot. Like you said, how many tackles? 149.
149 combined.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember, dude. Like that was.
Go ahead, Chris. You got that.
It's Zach Brown.
Yes, sir.
Zach Brown.
One of my favorite players in that little time frame there, and I was just I was beside myself when they let him go.
I love that. Who's the man, dude?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Had to kind of go deep back there because he was just that 1 year.
I'll
for
actually
the Bills.
like at some Travis, why don't you go? I'm gonna
We'll
pull
go
up
in
to the Snapchat. Yeah.
All right, Florida State University, FSU.
Okay.
4 teams: Bills, 2012 to 2015. Eagles, 2016 to 2019. Saints and Broncos in 2020.
That's fucking sweet. What'd you say? My bad.
I'm sorry. I showed him the picture of the leading tackler.
We'll just start over.
Yeah, we were doing something.
His college was FSU.
Yep, FSU.
4 teams: Bills, 2012 to 2015. Eagles, 2016 to 2019. Saints and the Broncos in 2020.
Got it.
Fuck. 4th round of the 2012 draft.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, I don't got it because I thought my guy was a 2nd-round pick.
Hold on, let me go back and because I got me questioning because I was kind of doing this kind of fast, so I might have.
Can I just say who I think it is then?
No.
Because I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. But if this guy's drafting the 4th, it's not my guy. Because this is, I think, the year that he was drafted. We traded our 1st-round pick away for Shady.
No, he was the 4th round in 2012 draft.
Yeah.
I just looked up his Wikipedia.
2012?
Yeah.
4th rounder in 2012
Holy sh!
by the Bills.
You know who I was originally going with when he started naming those teams?
I got nothing.
So 4th rounder in 2012, and can you name the teams again?
1 second, because you guys got me all.
No, you're if you're 2012, I'm off. I'm off. I thought this was the 2015 draft. I thought this. Was
he was selected by the Bills on 4th round of 2012 draft.
Yeah, I thought. I don't know why I thought. I didn't think you said 2012.
He began his career competing for a roster spot against Arthur Moats, Chris White, Tank Carter, shout out Tank, Brian Scott, and Danny Batten. He ultimately backed up Arthur Moats. He is a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, so this guy went and picked somebody. He's like, oof, I got it. Well, can you name the teams again?
All right.
God, mine's gonna be so easy compared to what you guys.
Bills, 2012 to 2015. So he was drafted in 2012. Eagles, 2016 to 2019. Saints and Broncos in 2020.
So he won the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Oh no, that guy didn't spend that long here. I'll probably be mad.
You probably will.
Because I was gonna go with at first the guy that they traded to the Eagles, but he didn't play here that long. You might have me stumped. FSU is where I'm stumped. Damn, I heard FSU was drafted by the Bills, and like I played here for 4 years, and I was like, immediately in my head, I was like, ooh, that's Ronald Darby.
Ooh, I got it. I think I got it. Nice haircut, dude.
Who did he back up?
Arthur Moats.
That's throwing me off.
Arthur Moats.
That is throwing me off. Holy moly. He never started?
Now you got me.
Well, because I just did Arthur Moats didn't play here through that long. And that late, that into the middle, like, he didn't play here until 2015. I'm just trying to think who were our linebackers back when we had the cold front, like when we had Marcel and we had Kyle Williams and we had Mario Williams and Jerry Hughes. Who were the linebackers? It was Preston Brown.
Oh,
and
no,
then
my player's wrong.
it was Preston Brown. And who would have been like the other one? It was Preston Brown. Who
I might have it.
It's killing me.
Can't spell his name.
Are you using I thought you were pulling out the Safari or something.
Oh no.
I was like,
On
this,
notes.
I was like,
man,
wait a
on
second, is
notes.
this guy fact checking?
No. That's all I can think of. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I should probably just throw something out there because
I got mine written if you want to just.
I feel bad that I might not have anything. I just can't think of who left the Bills to go win the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Yeah, I'm out.
Is it Nigel Bradham?
Oh, it is Nigel Bradham.
It is Nigel Bradham.
Took me a while to get there, but
Shot clock.
Oh my gosh, dude, that linebacker core was Nigel Bradham and Preston Brown.
Yep.
Buzzer beater.
Because they let go of whichever one. It would have been Bradham, whatever you say his name. Brought in Zach Brown that year and then let him go, bring in Kiko.
That is really cool that you guys just had like 2 linebackers.
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
we were kind of in sync
I
right
could- I
there.
could-
I was
tell you.
kind of scared at first because I was like, oh, you want linebacker.
Yeah.
Around the same time.
Literally a year.
So
They didn't play together, but they were.
You let me know when you guys are good.
Go ahead.
Went to Syracuse. He played for 2 teams, Bills and Bears. Undrafted in 2022, signed by the Bills. Currently still active in the NFL
No, it's not him.
and is from Nigeria.
What the fuck's his name?
Syracuse, undrafted in 2022.
I'm not going to remember his name.
I'm not gonna remember his name either, but
I can picture him.
I'm wondering if Tank will get it, man.
undrafted in 2022 from Syracuse. I want. From
What are-
Nigeria.
Bills signed him undrafted.
Yeah, in 22. What were?
Did he make the active roster?
Yeah.
He only-
He's active still. He's active in the NFL.
But he's not on the Bills, obviously.
Not on
Okay.
Bears, right?
No, he's on the Bills.
Oh, he's on the Bills right now.
Oh shit.
So it's really there's something confusing that's gonna throw you guys off. I think
It's not.
there's something that's gonna throw you guys off that's confusing about his career path. Because
I think I have it.
he was signed by the Bills and then cut by the Bills.
I think I got it.
and then picked up by the Bears and the Bears cut him and then picked back up by the Bills.
I think I have it.
You let
I
me-
got mine written
You let
down.
me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
All right,
Kingsley Jonathan.
Kingsley Jonathan.
Kingsley Jonathan.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I would have been so disappointed if we didn't get the Kingsley Jonathan one because Kingsley Jonathan
talked about
Yeah, we talked about
was
it.
brought up earlier.
Yeah.
You know who my mind immediately went to was that rugby running back guy.
Oh,
I thought that's
yeah.
exactly where you were
Wade.
going. Yeah, and I couldn't remember who
Christian
the fuck
Wade.
his was.
Christian Wade.
Christian Wade,
John,
yeah.
You go up to 5 points, huh? Travis, how many did you get?
Just one.
I got just.
For some reason,
Wait, you go up to 4 points.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, I was only at 2, I think.
Give him the 5.
for some reason,
I think I go up to 10.
I don't know why I wanted to go Eli Anko.
Oh.
I don't know why I wanted to go him.
Yeah, but he was in
He wasn't-
Syracuse.
Yeah.
I knew Kingsley Jonathan was Syracuse once I got my mind off of Christian Wade.
I just wanted to have a little fun and go with.
I like that one.
Yeah, I wanted to have fun.
You know what's funny? Because I almost went Mitch Morse today.
Dude, throwing in like the current players right now
It
would
could throw you
throw
off
me
a little
off
bit. Yeah,
so
it could
bad.
throw you off a little bit. Speaking of current players, man, a little bit interesting. For the bye week, we picked up a little bit something different. We want to go over maybe our potential future Buffalo Bills.
I'm excited for this.
We ought to say we all drew up our own little 3-round mock draft.
So excited.
To be honest with you, after talking, I feel like mine's just kind of unrealistic.
After talking to Tank, I feel like mine, like, why would you do that?
So
Dude, the season's not even over with.
I know.
So let's-
Shit could change.
I say so. Let's be. I think the best way to do it is
But
just
then you
like
got the thought in my head.
round 1, we'll go down around the table, and then we'll just do round 2, then round 3.
I'm just going to blame Don Brown.
So
Don, Big Don.
Big dog.
so round 1, John, you're the Bills general manager. You're on the clock.
So I have 2 picks here. One is one that I want them to take, which we all know.
He's the first GM submitting 2 ballots.
We all. I'm not even gonna say his name. We all know who we want right there if he falls.
Oh, well, if you're gonna say who I think you're gonna say, it's
You're gonna say
clear as
him.
day.
We all got the same guy. I won't even say the name. I think I'm gonna go with the most Bills pick you can think of, and take Jerzon Newton, D tackle from Illinois.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
I had a quick little.
Going D tackle round 1.
Yeah, so the dude's like 6'5", 295.
Mhm.
We won't have a D tackle assigned. I personally want them to go round 3. We'll have a third round, right? Or is that a
They
4th?
have a third round. They have a third
We have
round.
a 3.
They're
Third.
going to get it back from, so they traded it away, but they're going to get
They're
it
going to
back
get
from
back
Tremaine
from
Edmonds.
Tremaine. I want D tackle 3rd or 4th round, but this is the most Bills pick I could think of, and I knew we all want receiver. So just a quick note about him, though. He was named, I don't know, one of the defensive players of the year in 2023. So
that's pretty cool. I like that pick.
we'll see,
Well,
man.
I
don't want it,
I
but-
would say it'd be the most Bills pick, but I've dabbled in the mock drafts, and I like him, and also when I play Madden with Ben, sometimes we'll insert the real draft class,
Yeah.
and he's done some things for
So
me.
I see him, and then there's that guy from Georgia, I want to say, looking to be like the first 2 off the board. So
Right.
I don't know. That's the most Bills pick.
Travis, you're on the clock. You're the Bills general manager. You're on the clock.
I went the fancy fan pick. Keon Coleman. Hoping he can fall.
I like it.
6'4", 216 out of FSU. He transferred to FSU in 2023. He was named first team All-ACC at wide receiver, all-purpose, and specialist. Joining Will Shipley as the only college football players to earn first team honors at 3 positions.
I like it.
So I went strengths and weaknesses. Give a little bit more depth on each player. So with strengths, I went 3 and 3. Same with my other 2 players. He has elite size, big frame, and has compact mass. Real athletic build for an NFL receiver, standing at 6'4". He is a threat after the catch, something the Bills
They need.
and they're looking for. He has a good balance, explosive agility, and physicality to overpower defensive backs. Great acceleration, combined with outstanding foot speed and lateral twitch, especially the build he has, being at 6'4". So he's got some weaknesses. All players do, of course. Lacks burst and crispiness on angle breaking routes. This affects his separation from defenders. Inconsistency in run blocking intensity. Despite his frame, he needs to bring on aggression and tenacity to his blocking assignments. He does have some acceleration concerns. Might be a problem with elite long speed, making it challenge to beat out defenders downfield in deep ball scenarios.
You made my job real easy.
He's Gabe Davis that can't block. Just gonna throw it out there.
More jocked.
You trying to get me fired up here in the
A little
third round,
bit,
Mom?
trying to.
You trying to get me
Trying to.
because if I'm on the clock in round 1
He'll be
and
better,
I'm the
though.
general manager, I'm sending my ballot in with Keon Coleman from Florida State. You just gave me all the reasons why I should.
Yeah.
I had it on here.
You gotta get a
we all-
receiver
I
before
was
they
gonna say,
fall out.
I
Yeah.
actually put in my notes that my favorite part about him is his frame. I love the fact that he's 6'4", 216 pounds. He has 18 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons, and I could see him being a really good replacement for Gabe Davis if and as we should let him walk. But I've tossed and turned. Okay, I've tossed and turned because the guy that I have in the second round, after talking to Tank and hearing some things, it makes me feel like he's not gonna fall into the second round. Now, I don't really watch college football too much, other than watching like the highlights when around this time of the year when you start talking about who the Bills are going to pick and stuff like that. I guess I just didn't realize how unrealistic this would be in the second round. I we'll get there, but this guy that I have in the second round, if they picked him in the first round, I'd be happy to. So, with that, I think we open up the second round, and John, you're on the clock.
All right, man. My second round pick is going to be a cornerback out of Penn State University. Kalen King.
I like him.
He's fired.
Kalen King, man. I don't know if he's going to be there. I've seen a lot of mocks where he's going to go top of that second round. We'll see. If he falls, I want him right there,
I
though.
like Kalen King.
A little bit on the shorter side, 5'11", 191. A little bit of that smaller corner, but his stats aren't amazing, which I think is going to allow him to drop. But, I mean, he's a physical man corner. We need a corner. I think he's probably going to be the best one sitting there, so that's where I'm going to head.
I like it. I like that.
Second round. Travis was a GM. I'm going safety.
Okay.
For all the reasons. Micah Hyde, personally, last season, he's got to retire. He's got to hang him up before something worse happens. Jordan Poyer signed a 2-year deal, but ultimately, cap casualty. I think it turns into a 1-year deal. Don't know what's going on with DeMar Hamlin. Safety, who else? Got Taylor Rapp on a 1-year deal. Hopefully, he'll come back next year. That leaves us to 1-2 safeties?
Cam Lewis. That's what it leaves you to.
Hell yeah.
Cam Lewis can go into the practice squad. All right. So for my safety, I got Cameron Kinchins. 6 foot, 205, out of Miami. First-team All-American in 2022. 2-time first All-ACC in 2022 and 2023. Strengths. Willing and capable hitter and run support and closes fast to make plays against screens. Which, our defense, we don't do good against screens.
No.
Not at all. Very good strength to tackle, plays with tough energy, and is a tough-minded overachiever. Covers a lot of ground when in space. He sees routes very quickly, has straight-line speed to the ball. Weaknesses. NFL QBs may take advantage of his aggressiveness in covering short routes and may go deep on him. So he'll bite. Something that he can learn. When he does play off, he tends to give off a lot of cushion.
Perfect.
That actually, lock it in. That's the guy.
That's our guy.
That's the guy.
Hey, that's what I was thinking too when I was looking at his highlights. And
Travis is like, this is the guy right here.
plays out of control sometimes. He has big hits, of course, but with big hits can come with some routine missed tackles.
Fines.
That's Cameron
All
Kinchins.
right.
I like that pick a lot.
So we're going round 2 here. If I'm on the clock, John, I can't agree with you anymore. I'm going cornerback. Now I got an unrealistic guy
he's
here.
not gonna be
He's
there.
not gonna be
I know
there.
who you got there too.
I just
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I love
if he
it.
was somehow there.
I love it.
Is he the best corner in the draft?
He's gonna go.
He's one of them.
Top 10.
Arguably,
Is he top 10?
Arguably,
He's up there.
he's depending on how the draft falls.
That's the trickiest part. 'Cause
Yeah.
don't know how this
You don't know
thing-
how it's
It's
gonna
the
fall.
way too early with
Yeah.
So I was
5
gonna
or
say, so like, I'm
6
sitting there,
wides.
and I looked at like a lot of different like probably like 3 mock drafts for me to make this, and I looked at it and I was like, all right, like I never seen him in the top 10, so that's why I never knew that he was gonna be that
Yeah,
good.
a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago, I seen when they had the 2 early ones. He was like top 5.
I would have never. I actually love you said Kalen King. I've watched highlights. That's a guy. If he's there, I'm happy with.
He's more likely to be there.
I
I
like-
love that. I just don't think.
That'd be
we won't
great.
He won't be there.
Yeah, he would have to
He
be
won't
your
be there.
first
Draft-
rounder,
yeah.
and you might have to
So
go get him.
that's why I said.
Kool-Aid and Keon, sign me up.
That's
Right?
that's why I said. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad if the Bills went with him round 1.
Right, 100%.
So, and that's the realistic part of me knows like that was a poor second round. Well,
No, that'd be great.
that
No,
would be
that
an
would
A-
be
that'd
amazing.
That'd be an A plus, but a poor thought for me thinking he'd be there.
Hey, you never know.
So
You never know.
that'd be my guy.
Something may happen off field.
Round 3. I bet you none of you got my guy.
Shit, man. I got a 6'6", 300-pound guy from
Oh,
what?
I thought for a second you had my guy.
Oh. Don't tell me it's an offensive tackle.
It's not.
Okay. Roger Rosengarten. That's how you say it, right? Garten.
That would be nice on a jersey.
Right?
I get
Hey,
that
man.
jersey.
Add it to the list.
So
Rosengarten.
I'm not 100% sure this guy's going to declare for the draft. He's a sophomore this year.
Mhm.
All signs point that he's gonna, and this year he was all Pac-12 and pretty much everything. And he graded in 2022 PFF all Pac-12 third team,
Okay.
which for tackles is really good. The thing I'm hearing a lot about this guy is he's a lot quicker off the line than, say, a Trent Brown or even a Deion Dawkins. So, I don't know. This guy, a lot with, like, tackles. You see them kick inside. But, I don't know, man. If he's there in the 3rd round, I wouldn't hate it.
Okay. All right, Travis, you're on the clock. Round 3.
You and I thought a lot in common. We had a
No
lot in
shot.
common.
You gotta.
Oh no.
Oh
No. You said you're going D tackle rounds 3 or 4.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going D tackle.
There he is.
No shot, man.
Tyler Davis,
Oh,
Nice.
6'2", 300-pound D tackle out of Clemson. So my thought process on this: locked up at Oliver. We don't know about Daquan Jones. His contract year's up. Don't know about Jordan Phillips.
Yeah, they're all expired after this year.
All of them. We have none
Mm-hmm.
besides Ed. He's the only one that passed this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thought process. Second team All-American in 2022, who became Clemson's first defensive player to be a 4-time All-ACC selection, including 3 consecutive first-team honors from 2021 to 23, including offensive players and specialists. He became the 5th player in school history to be a 4-time All-ACC honoree. Some strengths. Strong tackler, has good power in hands and can anchor, shed, and chase. Ready for physicality part of the NFL. Davis has a stout build, strong core, and a powerful arms and legs to be a consistent 3-down player. Shows good initial burst, stays low, and capable of penetrating through gaps early in the down. Now some weaknesses for you. His first instinct is always to roll and try to make a play, which ultimately could create a bigger hole. Davis is a bit raw still, is inconsistent with his hand use, and lacks violence in the hands. Hands could be more violent when trying to gain control of a block.
okay.
So there's some penalties there for sure that he can clean up.
All right.
So that's one of my only issues with him. I actually looked at him a couple times in mock drafts.
I like this year's Stackhouse too.
Wasn't he? This is his last year in college, right? He was a 4-year starter there.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with him is that he's still kind of raw. You see a guy coming out of
I
Clemson,
understand.
you know what I'm saying? That was my only issue with him. Minus that, the
Third
dude's,
round.
the dude's physical as shit. I watched
like
a
it.
few Clemson games, and he's a difference maker.
So, it's kind of funny, man. I mean, you said rounds 3 or 4, you wanted the D tackle position
Yeah.
addressed. You just said that you had a D tackle round 3. Round 3, I got a D tackle. I got Tyleek Williams out of Ohio State.
That's
Tyleek Williams. Yeah, I got him. He's 6'2", 290 pounds. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Ed Oliver. I put it right in there. I said if the Bills can't extend Daquan Jones, I think that's a position that's got to be addressed in the top 3. And he just reminds me a lot of what Ed brings, and I think they pair well together. Yes, that's Tyleek Williams out of Ohio State.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. Doesn't Ed need like that bigger run stopper kind of guy?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but at the same, I watch some things. I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy, man.
I haven't really seen much of him.
I don't know if he's gonna. I really don't know if he's gonna declare. That's the other thing. Like that's.
Well, that's
I know
maybe for
there's a couple guys that you
the
never
reason
know.
for the problem is for the way too early. We don't know.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why it's the way too early.
It's
way
way too early, man.
mock
Hey, but
drafts.
it's a little side segment we could do.
I like it.
We'll further on with that as the months go by.
I
leading
like
up
it,
to
man.
the draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe one time we'll do a 7-round.
No, we probably can. We probably can. But yeah, man. Hey, that brings us to the Bills Chiefs. This is like I said, it's the most important game because it is the next game. But I'll be honest with you, you can't take another AFC loss. Like you need this game
Yep.
to stay in the thick of things, and a win here, and I mean, I'm sure those playoff odds shoot right back up. So
I was playing with the New York Times
playoff simulator.
playoff simulator thing. If you take an L right here, and then you lose to the Cowboys, you pretty much got like a 2% chance.
Ugh.
So if you're gonna drop the Cowboy game, you gotta win out all
gotta
your
win the rest
AFC
of them.
games,
Okay.
and you'll only be around a 65-ish% chance.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Not what you want to be in.
So if you win out, you're close to 80.
This is a tough game, man. I mean, like it sucks to be in the position we're in. Backs against the wall. There's no other quarterback I'd rather have than Josh Allen, man. I think if Josh plays the way he played in Philadelphia, the Bills could easily win the rest of their games.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, every time you go into Arrowhead, it's never an easy game. But Patrick Mahomes and those Chiefs, they seem a little bit off. That offense has not been the same offense that, like I said, we've seen in the years past. Defense is probably the best defense Patrick Mahomes has ever had in his career, easily. But then again, I just don't think this is the hardest defense the Bills have faced. And, I mean, we'll see. I've like I said, I've been enjoying what Joe Brady's been cooking up. I mean, he's dropped 30 points in each of his first 2 games as the offensive coordinator, and we'll see what he does. And did not shy away from running the football against the Eagles. Like the Eagles, that's a good run defense. So,
It's interesting you say that.
yeah. So I don't think he's gonna shy away again this week. So, and I think we might get Leonard Fournette this week. If you had to ask me,
You saw his Twitter?
I think we're gonna get Leonard Fournette this week.
So it's interesting you say that. Maybe could be a running back game for the Bills. Chiefs ranked 28 in opponent yards per carry. James Cook averages 4.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, he does. Jimbo Cook.
That's solid.
I'd take that.
My other offensive key, attack the middle of the field, most notably the linebacker position. They're playing like their third string linebacker. Drew Trinkle.
And
He
they're
just
also-
got hurt the other
Yeah,
night.
they're gonna be out without
Notre Dame alumni,
they're gonna
man.
be out with Brian Cook too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say so. They're gonna be out one of their best safeties, top safeties. So that'll be huge.
I definitely attack that middle.
Kincaid,
Yep. Right up the middle.
7 for 90.
Run those 8 to 10 yard little hitch routes in the middle of the field. Turn, look for the pass, go.
He's good at those, man.
He is.
That's his
Yeah.
bread and butter.
The only thing I got is just to win the turnover battle again. If you don't turn the ball over, I don't see a way that they're going to lose this game.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Watch Rashee Rice. Closely, he is brewing up to be their number one
Yeah.
amongst a bunch of wide receiver 3s and wide receiver 4s and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you know who's strapping him up? You know who's strapping him up? Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas
Yeah.
strapping him up. That's not the hardest receiver he's faced, so
No.
Rasul Douglas strapping him up.
Don't fall for the Sky Moore decoys, the Kadarius Toney decoys. They just open up Rice. Don't fall for those. And just ultimately don't let Mahomes extend plays because we all know what happens when Mahomes extends plays.
I
Yeah.
think that's probably the biggest issue.
I'd have to agree. Make him throw the ball to MVS because the man can't catch.
And make him
He's going to
give
catch
it
a
to
fucking bomb now.
Now I can't go to Kansas City. I'm banned from Kansas City.
I'm sure they heard worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
I'm gonna be
they're-
real with you,
they're
Kansas City fans. Like when I was
You want to
like,
talk about Kansas City fans?
so like when we lost
here we
13
go.
seconds.
Boy,
When we
I
lost
thought we're done with that.
No, we're done. We're done. 13 seconds. You would have thought like I'd have hated Kansas City and Kansas City fans. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles hater.
no, I was just going back a couple weeks.
Oh man.
When we attacked the wrong fans. We try to go and connect with the Swiftie fans, but we got the Kelsey and the Chiefs fans all up in our socials.
Oh, we got attacked, man.
all up in our socials.
We got attacked. We
What
never
do
went
they
over.
say?
But, they
You want me to pull some?
pull some of them
Yeah,
up.
just,
real quick.
I might have to pull
just give us
all.
a little taste.
Yeah, just a little taste.
Let's
Just a
find the
little
worst
taste, 'cause-
one because we had after that Swiftie video, we had some paragraphs.
I'll say, 'cause
Where's my YouTube?
I'm a tired guy.
Where's my YouTube? YouTube or TikTok? Which one was worse?
Probably YouTube. We usually get our bad ones on YouTube, man.
Oh god, they're so bad.
Toxic, huh?
Toxic as hell. By the way, though, 11,000 views on that video, on that Swiftie video.
Yeah, I don't know how we even.
Well, I told you, man. It's just power of the Swifties.
Yeah, we went that far without mentioning that. Shout out.
I just want to shout out you guys real quick too, because you guys inspired a new segment on the Tank Talk podcast.
Really?
Favorite comments of the week. We started doing that.
Nice.
Oh wow, nice.
Love it.
Nice. Let's go, dude.
So
This week will be good.
So let's this is like the most toxic one. It's actually shout out Brendan. We were at work. He's like, "Did you see the newest comment?" I was like, "No." Had to go take a little bathroom break and fire back.
Okay.
Had to. He goes, "Bruh, what is up with all these random podcasts that are now popping up? Because I swear to God, the takes these guys post or any other of the pop-ups I've seen around, they just don't watch football." He put some emphasis on don't.
And you know what? I've seen this one. This is the one I've seen.
Talking about Travis Kelce is reliant on Taylor Swift attending his games.
They proved everybody wrong the other night.
Thanks for contributing to the algorithm. This is me going back to him. Guys like you who comment comments like this is what makes this post worth posting and makes the next episode that much more interesting. Shout out.
Yeah, they never respond.
And they never do respond. I not
What was his name? Her name.
At Lou13.v4.
Shout out.
Shout out.
He's just
Oh, Lou.
See, we'll take it. Like I said, I won't pull up the comment, but somebody said something similar, I think, on TikTok, and was like, "Oh yeah. I think I can remember it verbatim. It was the dude was like, "Oh, bro, just anybody thinks they can start podcasts nowadays."
Oh yeah.
And I fired back and I was like, "Thank you for contributing to the algorithm."
Clearly, it's working.
That's it, bro.
And if it's
Thank
reaching you guys, and we're 11,000 views
I would
later.
say 11,000 views. We had a real good week last week. Obviously, this past week we didn't post anything, so nothing happened. But up to 85 subscribers, which is awesome. We're 15 away from 100. So
Shout out you guys though.
the road to 100 is right there on
Keeps more fuel to the fire.
absolutely. So, yeah, we're super thankful. I mean, that was a bunch of love.
really
That was
are.
a bunch of love right before the bye week. That Eagles week, we got so much love, a bunch of views, gained a bunch of subscribers and stuff like that. So super thankful for that. Shout out to you guys.
Appreciate it so much.
And shout out to
That's what keeps us
shout out
going.
to the guys at the table, and shout out to Tank behind the camera here. But yeah, another successful episode of BillsAholic Pod as always. I mean, we're killing it. We're killing it. But go Bills.
Go
Bills.